It is the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. It is Friday, September 22nd, 2023, and we are coming to you live. Good morning. How is everybody doing today?
Good.
It's a special day. What?
Carmin? Hey.
Oh.
2 days this week.
What the hell's going on?
Listen, Gio, I'm the surprise.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Your present is here.
Yep.
It's Carmin.
Well, let's be honest. The reason Carmen's here is because we're starting a new thing this week, thanks to one of my birthday gifts, and that is Margarita Friday.
Yeah.
And when it's time for alcohol, there's nobody better to have than Carmen.
That's true.
Yeah. I mean, Pap, and then me, but
I mean,
I'll take second place.
We're a good team. I
We
think.
won't notice a difference with Papa.
Yeah.
He'll be the same,
Yeah.
whereas you will be like, well, Margarita, I'm going to put it in my butt.
Yeah, exactly. Like Pap gets drunk and he's just sloppy and falls on the floor. You get drunk and you're like, let's party.
Remember the old days where you used to come in and bring other girls, and then they'd get naked and everybody would drink?
Yeah.
Those are the good old days, Carmen, the good old days.
Then we got in trouble, and we can't do that anymore.
I don't recall any of that. This is my house. I can do whatever I want.
I don't mind Carmen being here, but it forces Spanish like into my personal space.
Yeah.
You want me to set up another desk?
Something, yeah. He's
Yeah.
like squeezing me out.
He
Squeeze
is.
into your bubble.
He is kind of close to you.
Yeah,
It's
I like it.
uncomfortable
I
to
like
look
it.
at.
I hate it.
You smell nice.
You look like little kids at lunch.
Yeah. I see you have the picture of you and Gio and Mike Allsop pointing outwards now towards
For the world
We're
to
people.
see.
Sick
Yeah.
of looking at Gio's face.
Yeah, I already
Two of
look at
them.
him next to me. Yeah, now I got to look at him over there too.
Yeah,
Terrible.
by the time we traveled to Europe together
Yeah.
to become
like it.
closer friends.
I like it.
Yeah,
It was great.
well, yeah,
We, were
do what you
so,
gotta
we
do.
were so happy you weren't there.
You
I
wake
have
up
to
every
tell you.
day.
We
and-
spoke of it often.
Real
Oh,
jerk.
really?
I have to tell you, there's a chance that if Joe went, he would have left the Chancellor of Germany.
Oh yeah.
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 There's a
Without
chance
doubt.
if Joe would have went, he'd still be there.
100%.
That
I
too.
might not have made it back.
Yeah. Not made it. You made a conscious decision to be like, Michael, my land is here. These are my people.
Joe would have conquered Munich for sure.
Joe would have went. You guys have Nazi memorabilia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe would be smoking a big pipe and asking to check your basement.
Every time you mention Hitler, Joe would be like right there.
What's up? Yeah,
He
I like.
disappears.
Yeah.
All right.
He's like, well, I like your color scheme.
You know,
What was that, red, black,
Yeah,
white?
that's
All right.
nice.
Hugo Boss?
Yeah.
We kid, Joe. We kid. We kid.
ich bin ein Berliner.
Joe would definitely have one of those Volkswagen old military vehicles with no top on it at all.
Yeah.
Not even a convertible. It just has doors.
The,
Yeah.
the Volkswagen thing.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, the
And
World War One with the iron.
Yeah,
cross
we
on
know.
it.
You know,
the
you know.
details,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get the helmet with the little knot on the top, and you talk like Sergeant Schultz.
Yeah.
Take me to the Opera House. Yeah.
When
That'd be
we were
fun
trying to
stuff.
figure out how to park the car and nobody spoke English, I think Joe could have like handled that situation. He would have been
Yeah.
able to like translate.
Yeah.
I feel like you
Sign
guys with
language.
the car was like the new Vacation Without a Helms, where it's just screaming at you in German.
It was the worst. The guy looked at me like I was the biggest loser that he'd ever encountered in his life.
We had some weird times there, man. When that whole like when I went to Japan, there was nothing you could tell me about Japan traveling that I didn't know. I watched every video, talked to every person that went there. I was ready to go. You wouldn't find me standing and eating in the streets. I knew what to do over there. Well, they don't let you.
You weren't
they-
wearing camouflage.
No, no, they don't let you stand and eat in the street. You can walk and eat in the street, but you can't stand and eat. Oh wait, I think it's the other way around. You can stand and eat, you can't walk. They think if you're walking and you're doing it, you're gonna just throw the stuff on the floor. But if you stand there and finish a meal, that's okay. So I knew all that stuff. I knew I couldn't go in the onsens, the hot tubs, because I have tattoos. And they, even though I'm a fat white guy, they think I might be in the Yakuza. So no exceptions. I also knew that when I went to the hotel and I went in the hotel pool, I had to wear a skin, what do they call it, a cap, a washing cap, swimming cap. That's what it was. We weren't washing, we were swimming. I had to wear a swim cap, and the guy brought me a swim cap, and I said, hey, buddy, this is not fitting my cranium. And he says, you wear. And I went, okay. And I put it on, and then my head went numb because the blood couldn't circulate through my skull. So
It's very important to do research before
Yeah.
you travel to other countries.
yeah, Dinah told me, don't wear any Yankee shirts, stupid. It'll stick out like a sore thumb. The worst is they told you when you went to Italy, when you went to Pompeii, they have all this tourist stuff set up outside before you go in there, and they say pickpockets crazy,
Yeah.
people are mean, and I was like, okay. And I went over to look at this little stand, and they had this little knight with a little knight's outfit on, and the guy's like, hey, American? Yeah, where? And I was like, Florida. He's like, okay. And he's asking me, and he just seemed like a real shyster. Like I was waiting for something to happen. And he comes over and he goes, you like? And I didn't want to spend 18 euros on a little statue that Joey was going to be sick of the next day. And the guy go, no. I go, he's good. He goes, no, you like it? Take it. And I go, no. He goes, take it. I was like, this can't be what I read about. Like, somebody's going to stab me when I leave, and he's going to tell everybody I stole it. And I was like, no, I'll buy it. He goes, take it. I was like, all right, thank you. And we left, and nobody stabbed me. Nothing. Everything was good.
I saw a big thing in Italy. Women are the pickpocketers, and then the men, what they'll do, they will draw on the road in chalk. They'll do like paintings and recreate like famous paintings.
And while you're watching it.
Well, no, if you step on it, they will go nuts and like beat you up and like try and take your money and make you try and pay for it.
But like, so scam.
Yeah, so like because you're just walking and you don't see the art on the thing, and then they're like, "You owe me," and then
and half the time you're like, "I could kill this guy, but I'm going to pay because I don't want to spend the night in a European jail." Yeah,
the gypsies will throw you their babies.
I'll take
just throw you the baby, and then you instinctively catch it, and then they go through your pockets.
Wait,
I'm not even joking.
Yeah, but they don't understand. When they got the American baby snatcher over there, and they'll throw me a baby, I'm gonna take it and run like the Heisman with it.
Maybe that's what
I'd spike it. You're just setting me up for a spike.
Oh my god!
Did you ever see that video of the old lady that yells at the pickpocket ladies?
yeah,
Oh yeah,
it's
I love
awesome.
her.
She's so good.
And did you see the video of someone catching somebody?
Yes.
That was the best because you never see her face. So you didn't know
I saw what she looked like.
Yeah.
Have you seen it? It's so they'll be like in a tourist area, and there'll be two young teenage girls together, and I don't know how she says in Italian, so I don't know what she says, but she'll just walk up to them and she'll loud as can be, pickpocket. And everybody looks, the girls are running away from her, and she chases them. It's awesome. It's totally awesome. Yeah. All those girls, they're all like, 18, 19, 20 years old. They freak out, and this old lady's just screaming at them. It's great. Although one day she's going to yell at the wrong guy, and he's going to turn around and just punch her square in the face.
I always imagine it's like in those movies, if you chase one of the gypsies, that they just lead you into like the den of all of them, and then you're done.
I'll tell you, the time I thought we were going to die was when Amanda and I were dating, and we went to New Orleans together, and we got in a cab, and the cab driver just passed our exit. We were only going, 5 miles, 6 miles away, and we were on the highway, and he didn't get off at the exit. And I just, the first time in New Orleans, so I'm like, was that our exit? And I could see all the big lights of Bourbon Street just fading away as we drove, and it was Friday the 13th. And I was like, we're going to die. But I can't be not cool in front of this girl that I'm dating, So I'm like, excuse me, sir. And he's like, yeah. I go, I think we might. He goes, yeah, I haven't driven in a long time. And he's like, I'm not really sure. And I go, oh, okay. And then I see a hotel on the side, and I go, hey, why don't you get off, and we'll ask the people at the hotel. And I told the man, we'll just stay in the hotel. And the guy's like, all right, that's a good idea. And when he gets off, it is pitch black. You can't see anything. And he goes to make the U-turn, and he goes up on a median, but one of those really tall ones. And I thought, this is where we're going to die. I went into like battle mode, and I go to the guy, I go, hey, I got an idea. I go, why don't you move over and I'll drive? And the guy goes, I think that's a good idea. And he surrendered the keys to me. And I have never been to New Orleans before. And the next thing you know, I drove back I just looked for the lights. I got on the highway. I saw the lights. I got off the exit light, went to our hotel. And the guy goes, I'm sorry. I go, yeah, that's all right, old man. I wanted to take his keys and just throw them into the street, but I was like, here.
What was the tip, Michael?
There was no tip. There was no
tip.
payment. No way.
The tip was get LASIK surgery.
Yeah, I did not pay for anything. I was not really mad. I felt bad for the guy because he was old. He was an old codger. He didn't do it on purpose, but at first I thought we're being lured into a ceremonial death thing on Friday the 13th. Oh yeah, it would have not. But they would have killed me, and then they would have kept her, for stuff.
When I went with these guys to New Orleans, days later, I realized there was a video on my phone where the three of us were walking at 4 o'clock in the morning down like an alleyway in like one of the worst parts of New Orleans. Yep. Commenting on the graffiti.
And you don't remember doing this?
Not at all.
I would have robbed all four of you.
Dude.
How we did not get robbed, I have no idea, because I later Googled that area, and they're saying in like all like the trip advisors, it says stay away from this area, especially at night. And it's 4 o'clock in the morning.
Joe's yelling at the top of his lungs, look at all this graffiti.
Joe's yelling, there's graffiti everywhere. There's no street lights. Where are we?
You either love New Orleans or you hate it, and Pete hates it. So everything he did in the hotel, and the hotel was really nice, and I'm like, let's go get someone some crawfish. He's like, I go, come on, it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So we go out, and we're trying to get a taxi, and Pete's like trying to hail the taxis, and they're just driving by him, and then he starts getting mad and cursing at them, so I start videotaping it all, and he has no idea. I found all these videos the other day. But then I go, listen to me. We're gonna get an Uber. We'll take an Uber into town and we'll do that. He's like, fine. We get an Uber. We get a nice black car. I'm like, all right, so this isn't so bad. He's like, I just hate this town. I just hate it. And then right as he's saying it, we get smashed in behind from another Uber. I go, maybe you're right. Maybe this isn't for you.
It's very much like Vegas where you can't stay too long.
No, yeah,
You gotta be
weekend
there,
spot.
yeah, 2 or 3
In and
days.
out.
tops.
3-day town.
Yeah.
And when people tell me they're going to go down there for the jazz festival or Mardi Gras and all that, it's impossible. I've never been so scared as being in the group of people walking down the street during it was Super Bowl a couple weeks before Mardi Gras, but it's the same amount of people, and you're moving in a group. You can't do anything. It's like being a general admission concert. You can get squashed, and I didn't like it at all.
The first time I went, we were working, and we closed up and then went to New Orleans to meet our friends there for Mardi Gras, for Fat Tuesday.
jeez.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. But it was a blast. It was a great time. I mean, I was 20-something, so that's when
That's
time
when
you
it's
go.
a blast.
Exactly. But I was with my best friend at the time, Marlon, who is Italian from Philly, and we get bumped into, and Marlon yells out a few racial slurs,
Oh, no.
and I go, hey, guy about to get stabbed in a crowd of 100,000 people. Nobody's going to be able to catch these guys. I go, you may want to tone it down a little bit. And he's like, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, it's fun if you spend a lot of money and go on a balcony and you just stay in your room. It's fun, and like during the parades and stuff. But
I've been to the jazz fest with my parents a couple times.
Have you
It's not
really?
too bad. Yeah. Yeah.
And, but the funny thing is it's the New Orleans Jazz Festival and Foo Fighters play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
real.
They just
I
call
mean,
it that.
There's
Yeah.
definitely jazz bands and there's New Orleans style, music, but there's a lot of other stuff. But also the food is
So
The
good.
food,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the best part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
went down there. I was down there. I can't remember. It was 5 or 4 years ago. Alabama was playing in one of the championship games. It was down there. I don't know if you're.
yeah, they have
Yeah.
the
They were-
board.
Sure.
There was a
there.
bowl game going on, and Alabama was playing with someone else. I don't know. So it was just like a bunch of college kids on top
Oh,
of
yeah.
New Orleans. I was like, I don't know if I can handle this.
yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
We went down there for the Packers. It was the Packers Patriots Super Bowl before Tom Brady. Drew Brees.
Bledsoe.
Drew Bledsoe, yeah. Drew Brees. So we go down there and we got like a tour bus, like a Prevost tour bus, and we had no hotel room during the Super Bowl. We're like, we'll just live on the tour bus. We left on a Friday, got there on a Saturday, went to the Super Bowl, left after the Super Bowl. So we pull up in front of the stadium, and we're trying to figure out where we could park this bus and what we could do. And the guy is like, well, we'll just stay here for now until we figure it out because we're kind of out of the way. We stayed there the whole time. During the Super Bowl and everything. We didn't even move. We're right across the street from the stadium. There was like this little space, and we happened to pull into it, and that was it. And at nighttime, you hear people banging on the bus, but nobody didn't care. They couldn't get in. It was great. I was like, this worked out perfect.
It's very exciting.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Let's go tomorrow.
I would go tomorrow with you guys.
Oh,
Dude,
no.
we ate so much crawfish then. Yeah, well, I mean, I would like to go.
Yeah.
I don't want to go during Mardi Gras though,
Nah, we
we were there on St. Patrick's
Dude,
Day. It was
what
chaos.
a nightmare.
or that.
Yeah,
I don't want to do
Any
that. either.
holiday.
No
Yeah,
holidays. Just a
yeah.
regular, weekend.
But let's do it. We can get a room where there's a parade, and we can get a room right on the
Yeah.
on the strip.
I want to go back to that mother's place. Just have their fried chicken. It was
Yeah.
so
Oh,
good.
yeah.
I did Savannah, Georgia on St. Patty's Day,
I hear that's awesome.
which is it's bigger than Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Yeah, but it was a blast.
Savannah's beautiful.
That's the thing. It was much cleaner.
Yeah.
It
When
seemed
you
like
think Irish, you think Savannah's.
much. I said, so I guess that was a big port for some reason. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
there's
So
some
that's what
there's some big tie-in why they do it. But
Yeah.
it's one of the. You're right. It's like Savannah, like Chicago, and
Yeah, well, Chicago's always big Irish and stuff, big Polish as well. But
Yeah.
yeah, Savannah, Georgia. It was really nice, but it was a good time.
Well, I would like to do that. I would like to do a fun thing.
Yeah.
I wish it's weird because I have no desire to go to Gasparilla, but I want to go to other like
Yeah.
movies
Yeah.
here, you know.
Yeah.
Well, let's plan it and not do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best way.
Promises.
You guys are involved in the planning. It's not all me. Just saying.
We'll go.
Not you guys.
Yeah.
Some of those guys.
Yeah, Galvin. People will be like, "How come Galvin never goes?" And I go, "Guy, we don't even ask Galvin. He doesn't want to go."
we- Yeah,
Because
no.
I know you're not
Yeah.
going. You guys don't go either.
Spanish.
Yes.
I heard something yesterday by a very ugly woman on Instagram that made me very nervous.
Okay.
Are you aware, and you're the only one, this might be right up your alley, and you might have even tried to tell me about this, I don't know, are you aware of the FCC FEMA signal that's coming out in October.
Yeah, I did tell you.
You
about
did
this.
tell me
Yeah.
about it. I'm sorry, but you do tell me a lot of things,
Yes,
and sometimes
I do,
they all
yeah.
cross over.
I get very excited sometimes when I read this stuff.
Yeah, so evidently they're doing a test of the emergency system.
Yes.
And they're doing it on October 4th or October 3rd.
It's that weekend, yeah.
And it's going to be on everything that you have. And so according to this woman, I know nothing about this. She says that the megahertz that are going out can travel through your body, like the waves,
Yeah.
and they believe that they're sending some other stuff through there or whatever. But she's like, it's how they're going to track you and do all this stuff and put your phone in the microwave before she does it if you don't have one of those boxes.
Oof.
They say power down all your communications devices, computers, and all that stuff, and put your phones all in the microwave when it happens because they'll be protected. I'm like, I don't know what she's talking about, but I'm so scared now.
Yeah.
And when is this supposed to happen?
October 3rd.
So, yeah, that week or
Yeah.
weekend of October 3rd.
Can you
is
text?
when
Can
they-
we? You set a reminder and text us all
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something?
I mean,
He
there's nothing
texts
we
you
could
2
do.
seconds after the signal starts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Just text my microwave.
Yeah,
All right.
the real science behind all of what she's saying, because there's a lot of crazy stuff. Like they also say that's when Trump's going to get on TV and say
Oh,
that
man, he's really
been
the
in power
president.
the whole time. Yeah, but
Trump should do that. Because so many people talk about it now,
Yeah.
he should get on TV and just
Start
buy
saying
the
it.
time
Yeah.
and get on and be like, I'm Donald Trump. I can't do a Trump. I know you're surprised about it. I'm Donald Trump, and I'm here to tell you that I did win the election last time. I've been in power all the time. I've been secretly running the country, and I'll be your next president. And we'd all go, oh, okay.
It's like
Well,
when
not us, but
like when the Mandarin takes over in Iron Man 4.
yeah, yeah,
He just cuts into all the signals.
A lot of people are saying I'm president.
yeah.
Hey, Shane Gillis is Trump is
Oh,
fantastic.
so
Yeah.
good.
I watched his special again yesterday. It was great.
I think possibly the only one better, Jamie Foxx.
Yeah,
Really?
Jamie
Yeah,
Foxx
I've
is-
heard him
It
do
is
that.
so weird.
It's so weird to hear Trump coming out of Jamie Foxx's mouth. You're like, what is going on?
when you
Yeah.
watch it, yeah.
Yeah, he's really good at it.
If that in fact is Jamie
No,
Foxx.
no, no.
Well,
It's the
this is
original.
old. That
Yeah.
was the
Old Jamie
original.
Foxx?
That's
The
OG.
original.
That's
Yeah.
OG JF.
I didn't see him do it lately.
Yeah.
No.
But
Yeah.
the
The new
uh,
guy can't do it.
the hurts and what's really weird about the 5G stuff, which I
Yeah,
used
the
to be
5G stuff,
like that
uh,
5G stuff's all garbage, bananas, whatever. But they did a study, and anybody can look this up. They did a study on what happens to your body and like your medulla oblongata. You know,
Oh.
when
That's
you
what
get
makes
hit.
alligators ornery.
Yeah, when you get hit with these hurts, they prove that it can alter your mood if you're hit with enough of them for a long enough amount of time. Now you couple that with the fact that there's a
Is this what you were saying was the plot of the Kingsman?
no.
Oh, because
no,
that was the Kingsman was the same thing. Everybody gets free cell phones.
Yeah,
Zap.
the Kingsman came out, and then shortly after that, Elon Musk was like, "By the way, I'm putting satellites all over the world, like in the Kingsman. No big deal."
Yeah.
But the fact that we have we have like record levels of heavy metal toxins in our body. Heavy metal.
Yeah.
So you now have heavy metals, which makes you pretty much a conductor of these hertz.
Signals.
Yeah.
Robots.
Yeah,
Spanish, you
so-
ever have a Hertz donut?
I love hertz donuts.
No.
No, it sounds delicious.
Punch him in the nuts.
I know.
Hurts, don't it?
That was out.
Everybody
Yeah. But that is the science behind
And
those
they-
crazy conspiracy theories.
And that's why a lot of people right now have been doing heavy metal detoxes to try and get some of that metal.
Easy,
in for-
Carmen Heimer.
and
Yeah,
some
I want
of
to go
those
to Hatebreed
forever
and do a heavy
chemicals
metal
out of it.
detox.
No,
Yeah.
that's
I'm
not
doing
the
it
same.
Sunday.
Not the same.
I actually eat pennies just to make sure.
No, you
Everyone's
should not
fine.
do
Yeah.
that.
When
So-
they send that signal out, I want to be like, "Arrgh." I want to start moving like a robot.
Should I
Wow.
not sleep with my phone under my pillow so the
Well,
alarm
I
wakes
mean,
me
you
up?
can't- I don't know what's like. Nobody knows what's gonna happen. They know that it can definitely change your mood if you're hit with enough of them. They know that everybody basically has a antenna of 5G on them at all time. Coupled with
How
computers.
do I change my wife to a good mood?
You don't.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's gonna
yeah,
make it worse.
Yeah.
How do you know? How do you know
Yeah.
they're not going to make us go?
You stick her in the microwave.
The conspiracy that I love is that this is the zombie apocalypse because if you look up on FEMA's website, they have like zombie preparedness training that they've added to their
Zombie.
Yeah, like legitimate zombie
Why?
And
protocol.
have you seen the footage of the body bags that they've been shipping
Yeah,
out?
they've
all
been showing
over?
those for years.
Yeah, but,
Yeah, but yeah.
I mean, those pictures. I know, but they always are buying coffins and and they use that stuff for New Orleans, like when they had the hurricane and all that stuff, and they've been showing it for. And I'm like, but why? I've been saying, well, why did they order all these body bags since high school? It's
Yeah,
just a weird
yeah.
thing.
What if it's that frequency that causes the nausea? And
That would suck.
Oh, we all start puking on each other.
we all
Yeah.
start puking, and
Oh.
then they consider that a pandemic because everybody's
What if,
sick.
what if it's a frequency that makes you have an orgasm? And everyone's just like,
What if it hits you different? Everybody's throwing up and you're just having orgasms.
Wait, you're not throwing up?
I don't know.
I don't like
know.
Yeah, yeah. So
I'm excited.
It's
Gonna be cool.
weird. It's
Happy Friday, everybody.
Yeah, it's weird. Like some of these conspiracies are really bananas, but then like when you look into what research companies have done into some of this stuff, you're like, oh damn, they
It's
do know what that it
possible.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I don't know. I feel like this has been going on our whole lives, and
Yeah, for
we
sure,
just live with
for
it.
sure.
I watched a guy though, one of those YouTube podcast guys that does all alien stuff. You'd know his name. I can't remember what his name is, but he was talking about this little Mexican things, and he was just laughing.
Yeah.
He goes, "This is the way that they tell you." Yes, there are aliens, and look at them. They're just these little pie-faced things that look like cake. And he goes, they don't tell you the rest. They don't tell you about their parents and
Yeah.
the armies and all that stuff. And I'm like,
Right,
oh,
those are the babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel. Like if I do wish in my lifetime that we walk out one day and there's just a giant ship like there was for Independence Day. But I wish to be different results at the end. But if
Yeah.
not, if I'm gonna die and we're all gonna die, like me and my family all die together, I could live with that.
Yeah. I think that
Well, I
would
could
be,
die with that.
Yeah.
it would be super exciting if we were part of an alien invasion.
No.
Yeah.
I don't want to be
don't-
enslaved by the
Somehow-
aliens.
I mean,
I would like to establish like contact where we definitely know we've made communication. They send us a message. I mean, we're getting those radio signals from space all the time.
yeah.
And that's we're doing that too. We're sending out signals, so we're just hearing somebody else's.
But
signals.
we
You know,
know
it'd
that
be
we have
great.
that.
You know, it'd be great if the economy stabilized and we all just hung out and had a
that
good
would
time.
be
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
best.
And
That
did
too.
not have to fight aliens
Yeah.
or forage for
I meant
food.
that. I
Yeah.
meant that. I like that.
Yeah.
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 I'd rather make margaritas than
Yeah.
fight
And,
aliens.
and you get your favorite ice cream.
Oh my God.
Oh, well, it's strawberry from the cruise.
Kelvin for president. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Dizzy.
Yes.
How is the fallout from the Ego show?
Oh, yeah. Apparently, it's still going. Apparently,
I
they were
heard some
talking
stuff
about
last
the-
night.
I heard Drew's mad now.
I saw
Oh.
some stuff on the internet. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah?
Yeah, Drew and John are not happy.
Well, I don't know how they. didn't
No,
because-
not you, but
Oh.
No,
just
no.
in general. The
Somebody,
lists.
somebody was like, "What'd you say about Drew?" I'm like, "I didn't say anything about Drew." And they said Drew and John are not happy about the ego thing, and I went, "Okay." I go, "They're the ones that brought it up. John brought it up. That's what made me talk about it." And then I brought up who really has the ego on the radio station. It wasn't really about them, but evidently they got mad at it or something.
It's if you go watch Monica's Instagram story, she was like filming because everyone was at the game yesterday, so
Yeah.
the building was empty, and they were all like, "Oh, don't look at us because we have ego," and just being very condescending about the whole thing, basically.
Cool.
So, what list are we making today, guys?
Yeah.
How else are we gonna piss off the rest of these people?
If I was listening to a show and all the people and other people that weren't involved called in and said it was me and then blah blah blah, I'd be like, oh, maybe I have to be a little introspective here and think that I might have to change some stuff, or
But
I might
here-
say F
but
you all.
everyone that got called out, Mo, Spike, them, like everyone,
Greg.
everyone did the exact. Greg, yeah, I'm on Dizzy's side. It's Greg. Everyone did the total opposite. Mo spent an hour talking about himself and how great he was. So did Spike.
Yeah.
But here's the funny thing:
Like-
is Mike put himself on his list. I
Yeah.
put myself on my list. You guys
You
named
put me
Dizzy.
on my list.
Dizzy was totally fine with it. Like everybody's fine with it here. Like okay,
Yeah.
you know.
I voted for myself, and Galvin voted for me, and I was like,
And
okay.
Galvin voted for himself.
I voted for myself. Gio voted for me, and I went, oh yeah.
I listened to a little bit of Mo show last night, and Spike is still very angry. It seems like at Dizzy.
Why
so
did
weird.
he?
So
What did
now-
you do?
yeah.
Yeah, like he doesn't think Dizzy should be allowed on Mo's show anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's turned his anger from me to Dizzy.
You know what? I agree with that. I think Dizzy should exclusively be on this show, and
I
whatever he
agree.
does, and then whatever he does for Roger and JP, because I know that they're like grandfathered in. But I like Dizzy just being ours.
I agree, man.
So what is
baby.
what is Spike mad at Dizzy for? What did he do?
Yeah, what did he say?
What,
Gio?
they were going back and forth, and he was saying how something happened where Mo said you didn't get invited to some like bourbon tasting thing, and that caused a rift that was still going on.
Oh, I mean, it wasn't a really a riff. It's just like, you see the guys all out. The cat named Mo shows out, and I'm not there, and I had no clue. I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm not part of a cat
Like you
named
didn't
Mo
even
show.
get an
Oh,
invite.
you want to
snubbed.
come over here for Margarita Day?
Yeah, I'm down. Let's go.
It seemed like the feeling was that you feel like you've passed them by because you do a lot of stuff on this show and on like the midday show.
So
and
some jealousy.
Yeah,
that
you
he-
get passed them by most of them. Yeah.
that's the vibe I got from listening to it.
Yeah, for me, from what I've heard Greg say this whole time, it just feels he has like something against me. Like, because all I did was say his name when we did the list. I didn't give a reason or anything.
Right.
And he just all of a sudden had all these shots ready for me. So I'm like, okay. But from what I heard too, he was like playing the victim yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Dizzy, maybe do this. Dizzy, maybe do that. Like, I'm in my feelings. I didn't hear it, but from what I'm hearing from people, he just sounds like Hoppy and Blackface. That's all.
I don't think that we can top that today. Yeah. Enjoy your day today. That is fantastic.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
Oh,
See you on Monday.
I'm out.
Oh man, Hoppy on the mic. Oh man, that's so funny. I'm trying to think. Spike Hour. I don't know. We gotta think of a name for white. Black Hoppy, White Spike.
Right.
Well,
Do you feel there's
Black Hoppy would be Bloppy, but whatever.
Dizzy, do you feel like there's jealousy of your success from other people?
I don't know what it is really, where it comes from. I'm just doing what we're all doing, just trying to have fun here and entertain. So I don't know what they're mad at.
Yeah.
Greg mostly, but I think he is kind of like mad that I'm getting opportunities with you guys because you went to go on that cruise way back, and then the next year you guys brought me on. And
Oh, yeah.
Well, Dizzy, I for one say you're having a good time and you're entertaining. So
Yeah.
there you
I'm
go.
You're doing
Dizzy,
great.
Can I peel back the onion a little bit? Can I tell you what I did a couple of weeks ago? When I found out that the vibe was coming, I went into Jason Meter and I said, listen, I threw out my 2 cents. He said, sure. I said, you got to use Dizzy for something. I go, Dizzy would be great. He's great on his own. He does, he would do nights. I didn't realize what the vibe was. I take that back 100%. You would not fit on that radio station at all. You're much better over here.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Hopefully we
dude.
can make this permanent. Man.
Yeah. I like this. I like having Carmin here. And this,
Yeah,
all this
yeah.
works out.
Thank you.
Yeah. I thought
This is how we
We're doing-
vibe.
I thought I wasn't gonna like it because even though there's nothing sexual ever between you and I feel like when you're here, I have to take a shower and do all that stuff.
Thank
I
God.
make you prepare more.
But today I didn't take a shower and I feel fine, so I'm okay.
At least you put shoes on.
Yeah.
I know. I found them, so I lose my shoes every once in a while.
That's fine.
Joe
Yeah.
did change his hoodie, so that's good.
Yeah.
No, I
Did
don't.
he? No, he did not.
Oh,
he
sorry.
was covering
Same
the patches.
hoodie.
Oh, my
Same
bad.
hoodie.
Sorry, I get them all confused.
Oh,
Oh.
Thought that was it.
Well, let's have a great day today and salute to all the people who are mad at us.
Yeah.
What else is new?
Wow.
We're used to it now as it is anyway. I don't, it's so weird. I don't feel like that should have been the cause of anybody's anger.
Well, and like you said, someone else brought it up. We just continued the conversation, and then everyone else continued the
No,
conversation.
John brought it up on
That's what I
his
meant.
show, and then and all I did was
Yeah.
feed off of what they were saying.
Right.
And I said that I do think John's ego has grown, but not like you can't be around John or he's a bad person now. I still like John. I text John every once in a while. It's just that you could see he's a different person than he was before. It doesn't mean it's a negative. He's matured. He's gotten more successful,
Right.
more popular, and that comes with the role. So it's not always negative like it is when Dizzy says it about Greg.
Yeah.
And when we made the list, we were all pointing at each other
Right.
like, here. So I don't get that at all.
And the best is Spike got mad and called Galvin Sam Malone because he was a bartender.
Yeah.
And then somebody made a black Sam Malone yesterday with Spike's face, and it's so funny, like the memes that came out of the show.
Which, by the way, I don't think that's as big of a burn as he thinks
No.
it is. A retired professional baseball player who owned a bar, who was super handsome and banged a bunch of women.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Don't call me that.
Yeah.
How dare you?
For you.
I would have thought of a worse bartender. I don't know who else.
Yeah.
A good comparison.
Yeah. there's a
Mo
lot-
from The Simpsons.
Right, right.
You know?
But he had a dilemma. He was like, I should say Mo, but then they're going to be so confused.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we will play Sporcle. We got some stuff to give away to you folks, including tickets to go to the tailgate on Monday night as the Eagles come to town. The Bucks take on the Eagles, and if it was any indication of how I played on PlayStation yesterday, we are in trouble.
Oh, no.
I stink at that game. But the Eagles will be here, and of course, we're going to be out in our usual tailgate spot for Monday Night Football. We'll be out there with Bud Light, of course, and the brisket shop. We'll be serving Bud Light beers. We'll be serving brisket and the best food ever. Here's what the thing is. You may be listening, or maybe not. Like maybe you're a casual tuner in during commercials and hate my guts. I understand it. I'm sure there's a lot of you out there. you should still try to get into the tailgate just for the food alone. That's how good the brisket chop is. I would go to a tailgate by somebody that I hate just to eat the brisket chop.
Would Spike go there if Dizzy was there?
Ooh, I'm gonna invite them both and see how it works out. How do you
interesting.
like that? Yeah.
I mean, Spike's always at the tailgate.
Yeah. But what if he finds out? What if Greg knows that this is going to be there? Then you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
All
interesting.
right, we'll take a break. I know I did get a confirmation by a certain. I don't want to narrow it down and tell you who it is, but a certain Hall of Famer that used to be number 99 will be there.
Oh,
with
nice.
us. Yeah.
Very nice.
And that is happening on Monday. So let's take a break. We'll be back. It's the Mike Calta Show. Sporkle's next on 102.5 The Bone.
You're listening to the Mike Calta Show. Mike Calta Show on 102.5 The Bone.
Yeah.
Stingray Chevrolet presents
6:48 on the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. I watched a video of Susanna Hoffs, who's still pretty hot for the Bengals.
Yeah, she is.
She held up really well. She was talking about how Prince really put them on the map. She said they would play around L.A. every once in a while, and they had heard that Prince was a fan, and they couldn't believe it because Prince was hugely popular, and they were just playing like local clubs and stuff. But they had one song and one video that Prince loved, and they said in one night they were there, and the rumor was that Prince was there to watch them.
Yeah.
And they were like, everybody was whispering about it, but we didn't see him or anything, whatever. And she goes, then we got to that one song that he loves, and she goes, and there he comes out with a guitar from the side of the stage, and he's already shredding from the minute he walks on the stage.
Awesome.
And she's like, and he's on stage with us, and she's like, just playing guitar like nobody's played it before. 2-hour song, just killing on stage. You get a little bit of that Prince kiss, man. That'll put you over.
For sure.
Look at
He
Sinead
died too
O'Connor.
young.
He sure did, because if you didn't ever get to see him live,
Yeah.
you're really missing out. I don't know what this guy is doing on TV, but it's a guy filling in for Charlie. Well, I guess he's on vacation. Is that Walter Allen? I don't know who it is. I
I
can't
thought
see,
for
but
sure that was
Scotty.
Sally.
That's
Scott, yeah. It's somebody wearing an elephant ears thing and a nose, and I think Charlie never lowers himself to that. Charlie will wear a nice little Hawaiian shirt, and he'll go to the world's biggest cookie, but he's never the joke.
He holds his head high in this town.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, it is time for us to give some stuff away. We'll do it right now. It includes tickets to go see a bunch of bands and stuff like that, but most importantly, it includes tickets to the tailgate on Monday night. Let's do it right now with a little bit of Sporcle. Here we go. I can't stop thinking about Dizzy calling Spike Greg. Making me laugh.
I'm in.
Carmin is the keeper of Sporcle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Do we have any streaks going? No, because Gio won yesterday, right?
No, I won yesterday.
Galvin won?
Yeah,
Okay,
Galvin
so-
broke my streak.
There's
Gotcha.
one. That's not a streak.
All right, Carmin, what are we playing today?
Streak Slayer.
All right. Is anyone here a Bill Murray fan?
Yes.
Mike hates Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I don't hate him, but he bugs me.
Okay, so today we're going to play Bill Murray movies by 3 co-stars.
For the record, I do like Bill Murray movies.
Right.
I don't like Bill Murray. All right, today's Sporcle is brought to you by Lifeguard Imaging for cancer and heart disease. They may be in there, and they may be going undetected, but Lifeguard Imaging can go in there and they can put some peace of mind in your brain and your families when it comes to whether or not you're sick and you don't even know it. Go to lifeguardimaging.com and schedule an appointment to get scanned today. All right, Carmen, let's do this. Your name and what now?
All right, Bill Murray by 3 co-stars. I'm going to give you 3 co-stars in the movie that also includes Bill Murray.
Okay.
You're giving me the movie.
Tough, because he makes a lot of movies with
Yeah.
the same people.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
So listen to them all. Okay, your first one. Chevy Chase, Rodney Dangerfield. Yes, Mike. Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, Lucy Liu.
Charlie's
Charlie's
Angels.
Angels.
Galvin. Johnny Depp, Martin Landau, Sarah Jessica Parker.
That is
Ed Wood.
Yes.
yeah, that's such a good movie.
Galvin. Steve Carell, Anne Hathaway, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
That is Get Smart.
Mike. Dan Aykroyd, Ernie
Ghostbusters.
Hudson, Gio,
Burn. It's gotta hurt.
Andy McDowell, Chris Elliott,
Groundhog Day.
Galvin. This has an asterisk next to it. Ben Kingsley, Idris Elba, Lupita Nyong'o.
Lion King
Nope.
remake. 2008.
Garfield.
Ben Kingsley.
Little Mermaid.
Nope.
I don't know.
Idris Elba, Lupita Nyong'o.
12 Years a Slave.
No,
that's
this
a
is an
cartoon.
actress.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jesus. The Jungle Book. He
That's what I meant.
was the bear.
Hey kids,
yeah.
today we're gonna watch the cartoon about an escaped slave.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, your next one. Woody Harrelson, Randy Quaid, Vanessa Angel.
Oh, I know this.
Oh,
Yeah.
Zombieland.
No.
No. It's
Woody Harrelson, Randy Quaid,
God
Vanessa
damn it.
Angel.
Kingpin.
Yes.
Oof.
Bill Murray,
yeah.
Mike,
Munson.
Yeah.
Roy Munson.
and Pap. We are halfway there.
Spanish is not on the board. He has 0.
Ghostbusters.
Gio has 1 single point, and Michael and Galvin are both tied with 3.
All right, you guys are naming the Bill Murray movies by 3 of his co-stars. Your next one, Rick Moranis, Ellen Green, Steve Martin. And Bill Murray. Rick Moranis, Ellen Green, Steve Martin.
Ghostbusters 2. No,
No.
that's Steve Martin. Damn it.
Pink Panther.
Nope.
Oof.
I don't know.
I was looking for Little Shop of Horrors.
Rick Moranis.
I wasn't oofing your guess. I was oofing Pink Panther. And why Steve Martin would remake the Peter Sellers? That's terrible. Don't do that.
Scarlett Johansson, Anna Faris, Giovanni.
Lost in Translation.
Yes. Spanish.
What did he say at the end?
George Clooney, Matt Damon, John Goodman,
That is
and Bill Murray.
people who stare at goats.
Nope.
Men that stare at goats.
Nope.
Oh.
George Clooney, Matt Damon, John Goodman.
These are the goats.
No.
The Men Who Stare at Goats.
No, I was looking for the Monuments Men.
That was a good movie.
What's with the goats?
I didn't, you guys all said it. Gina Davis, Randy Quaid, Jason Robards.
That is Quick Change.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mike.
That's a
Good
good
movie.
movie. Good movie.
Ben Stiller, Gene Hackman, Gwyneth Paltrow.
The Royal Tenenbaums.
Yes. Spanish.
That's a good movie.
That
too.
is good.
Jason Schwartzman, Olivia Williams, Brian Cox.
Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou.
No. Jason
Rushmore?
Yes.
Yeah.
Galvin.
Had to dig through the Rolodex for that one, man.
Karen Allen, Carol Kane, Bobcat Goldthwait.
Shakes the Clown?
Nope.
It's a good one.
Karen Allen. I do know this.
Carol Kane, Bobcat Goldthwait.
Is this Meatballs?
Nope.
Police Academy, too.
No. Scrooged. Point for Pap. And Pap, we are on the last 3.
Gio and I both have 1 single point. Spanish has 2. Galvin has 4. And Michael also has 4.
Oh.
They are tied up.
Still tied.
All right.
That
Bill,
whole time we only got 1 each.
Bill Murray by 3 of his co-stars. Your next one. Oh. Next one. Michael Jordan, Wayne
Space Jam.
Knight. Spanish.
Newman.
Harold Ramis.
Stripes.
Yes. Mike.
Come on.
And
come
the
on, I need
last
it, I need it,
one.
I
What
need
about
it.
Bob?
I need it.
No.
Damn it.
Dustin Hoffman, Jessica Lange,
Tootsie.
Tootsie,
Oh, I tied it up.
Galvin.
Did he tie it up?
Yeah.
Man.
Dorothy Michaels.
So now we're on to the extra one.
Okay.
So it's just me and Mike?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So you shut your mouth.
Last one. Bill Murray movies. Richard Dreyfuss, Julia.
What about Bob? She almost exploded.
That's so good. Dr. Leo Marvin!
That you?
Yeah, that is too.
Oh my god.
Did you see me? I was sailing with the wind and the sea and the
so-
wind in my hair.
It's so good.
All right, there you go. Galvin, what line are you playing for?
Line 4.
Line 4. Okay, God, Dizzy, if you'll grab that and hook them up with a prize.
What was the final score?
Final score, Gio had 1 single point. Spanish had 3. Michael had 5. And Galvin, your triumphant champion, he won with 6.
Trademark 2023 Margarita Day.
Yeah, when do we get started on that? What goes on?
I don't know. You want me to start mixing them up
I
or
mean,
what?
you're the
Sam
Sam
Malone.
Malone.
Well, yeah.
Of course we want you to do it.
Cheers, folks.
Yeah.
Mixologist.
Get it. All right, we'll begin Margarita Day when we come back. How do you like that?
Hell yeah.
Joe,
Yes, Michael.
did you move tequila to the bar area?
I did not.
Oh, we need to do that.
I
You may
will
need to go
handle
in. You may need to go inside and grab a bottle.
Just so we're aware, we don't have to just do margaritas. I can do lots of other stuff.
What?
Really?
Like
There's
what?
There's a lot of
coladas, you can do.
great-looking
Yeah, I
mixes.
can do mudslides. I can do all kind of different stuff.
I'm not
there's-
going to fight with you, Galvin.
Yeah.
Whatever you make me, I'll try out.
Did you
I'm in.
see? Do you know the flavors of the mixers?
Yes.
Very great flavors.
Get some mango.
Passion fruit?
Yeah, passion fruit. Yeah, yeah.
For the record, I don't like mango. What?
Spanish had very great flavors.
Very great. Very big, great flavors.
Yes.
Oh. All right, good. It's Margarita Friday. Carmen's here with us to kick off Margarita Friday. Galvin bought me a margarita maker for my birthday. And
Yeah.
I figured we should test it out. Let's get it going. Margaritas always make for a good show. Carmen, one margarita. I'm going to put it in your butt.
Whoa,
Yeah,
whoa.
wait, no, you skipped a couple
Yeah,
margaritas.
no,
That's it.
just
One.
just
Oh,
one.
just one, and then
One and
okay,
Wow.
deal.
My wife had never heard that song before.
Shut up.
And I go, we're sitting there in the white chairs, and my daughter is on the couch behind us. And I go, tomorrow's Margarita Day. And she goes, oh, good, and whatever. And I was like, come on in for Margarita Day. I'll give you 2 margaritas. I'm going to put in you. And she goes, what? And I go, the one margarita. And then she goes, I don't know what you're saying. You've never heard that song before. And all of a sudden, my daughter goes, don't sing it. I go, okay. I get it. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, Calvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news, one time at band camp, you talking to Uber and fake waste.
Oh, no. I hate fake waste. Galvin has your news. We'll have margaritas. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone.
It's the Mike.
I know what he does, and he does disaster response and all that stuff. But is he not working when nothing is being disastered?
Yeah, no, he has not worked in 7 months. He
Holy cow.
can make his salary within 2 storms.
Right.
So like 3 to 4.
So he's the only one praying for storm.
Yes.
Gotcha.
He works 3 to 4 months out of the year, and the rest of it he's turking off.
Good gig. That's a good gig if you get it, man.
Yeah.
We saw Chad this morning. He gets up early too. I wouldn't even open my eyes until the sun was up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he says he gets up when after me. I have the Ring doorbell. He does not. He's a liar.
He gets up.
Yeah.
I
okay.
forgot to compliment Chad while he was here on his football throwing.
Yeah.
I was very impressed by that.
Listen, he played football.
Yeah,
He's
pretty
good.
4-sport athlete.
Yeah.
I threw a ball to Joey one time and didn't raise my arm for a week. You realize, man, that's the number one sign of getting old. It's just when your body parts just don't work anymore.
You literally have to stretch
You gotta
before
stretch.
doing
Gotta stretch.
anything.
That's why everybody got killed during the Chromatica kickball
Yeah.
tournament, which I guess they're not doing this year.
No, they are not.
Yeah.
I have to stretch before I walk up the stairs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, in reality, everybody should stretch as soon as they wake up and before
Yeah.
they go to bed. Just
A
keep
little
your joints
yoga.
limber.
I do. I lay down in the bed and do the stretch that way. Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
I stretch like a dog.
And you're falling asleep. I don't love it. Whenever you stretch and your calf cramps up.
yeah.
Oh my God.
It's the worst.
What can you do?
Not.
I yelled that at my brother one time. We were watching TV and I stretched my leg and my calf cramped up and I go, what can you do?
Well, they always tell you that you cramp because you don't have enough potassium.
Yeah.
Just so when I was a lot younger, I was in the pool one time, and I was swimming. I was doing something by myself, and my girlfriend's mother was like in her kitchen, but they had like an open wall, And all of a sudden, I had a cramp so bad, and I was like, and she ran out, and she goes, what's going on? I go, give me a banana. I thought, like, if I ate it right away, it would help.
Yeah.
So she runs in the house, and she grabs a banana, and she comes out, and it's one of those giant plantains, because she was Cuban, and she hands it me, and I go, what is this? And she goes, it's a plantain. And I go, I need a banana. And she goes, I didn't. And finally, the cramp went away. I started laughing. She goes, what do you need a banana for? And I go, for potassium for the cramp. Like, I didn't know how it worked. And she goes, and she goes, I thought it wouldn't matter if it was a plantain because you were going to like do some sort of like put it behind your calf or something. I started laughing. That's so funny. All right. It is time for us to do news. We'll check in with Galvin. Before we do that, I want to remind everybody that we are active on the Instagram at the Mike Calta Show. And if you go there right now, there's some interesting stuff in the stories. Yesterday, I found a photo book and I found an old picture of me and Brian Johnson from AC/DC and Jesse Dupree from Jackal. Jesse's got a new album out that I guess Brian is singing on, so they sent me a copy of the single. We played it a couple of times as Joiner music. Then I found out yesterday that my guy Phase on Love is finally coming back to Tampa in October. And yesterday, Carmin talked about her photo shoot with Rebel Wilson, which is really supposed to be Rebel Robinson.
Yes.
But the Rebel Wilson photography folks advertise on our page.
Yes.
Then you'll get to hear see the Cheers picture that we talked about where Spike is Sam Malone. I'm sorry, Greg.
Greg,
Is Sam Malone, yeah. Then a picture of our margarita setup for Margarita Fridays today. Yeah. And then, I wanted to thank everybody. So, they do fundraisers for your birthday on Facebook.
Sure.
So I did a fundraiser for Forgotten Angels, which is a great organization out there in the Brandon, Valrico area that helps out kids who age out of foster care. They house them, but then they also help them become independent. They go to college or they get jobs and they get their own apartment, and they stay with them and follow through with them. And David and Cindy that run that place are wonderful people. And mostly our charity does stuff with them. When we raise money, we ended up giving it to them. So I just made this for them. And I set my goal for $1,000. We met it immediately, so I jacked it up to $1,500. So if you want to make a donation, go ahead. And those of you who have donated, thank you so much. I expect $5, $3 from everybody. You know what I mean? Like a $5 donation.
Sure.
Somebody donated $500.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's a guy that we know that I don't know if he wants me to put his business out there, but he comes to our live gigs and stuff. And I thanked him, and he said, "Look, I always wanted to do something for your charity, so here you go."
Super
so
cool.
it was
Nice.
Yeah. Then there's just some funny stuff. Did you see the thing I sent you today?
Yeah, I had seen that. I had
figure-
seen that before, but it is funny. It's great the way you built it all up.
Sometimes it's a great video. I only sent it to Galvin, but it's this guy, and he's like, I took lessons when I was a kid in karate. Did anybody see this? And he's like, I took these lessons, and I went all this time and trained all this time only to find other kids who had no experience just getting, pushed up to black belt. And I only was a yellow tip, and I could kill these kids. And he goes, so I realized karate wasn't real, and I began bodybuilding. And they show his transformation, how he gets into a bodybuilder. And then he goes, and my goal was to find the top karate guy in the country and challenge him to a fight to prove that bodybuilding is way superior to karate. So he walks into the guy, and
He says karate is a myth.
Yeah. And he's like, are you Master Chen? And the guy's like, see. And he's like, yeah. And he goes, I want to fight you. I think bodybuilding is, he goes, would you be willing to do it? And he goes, if I lose to you, I will give you the keys to my dojo. And the kid goes, really? He goes, yeah. Okay, so they square off, and they get ready to go, and the guy roundhouse kicks him in the face, and he goes, ah!
It's a long build up
long
to it.
thing. Like, you think this kid's going to kill him.
Yeah, it's great.
And then at the end, the kid's in there, and he's in a neck brace, and he's like, I'm going to train and come back and get those keys, dude. It's so funny, man. The internet really has got me laughing lately. There's some really creative people out there. It's
But
good
also,
stuff.
There's a lot of people with way too much time on their
Awful.
hands.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I get it. I'm older now, and it's silly and it's embarrassing to my children when I do stuff on the internet. But we don't need so many moms dancing. It's just unbelievable how many. Like, I don't know if they're doing it for themselves or what. Like, I don't know. You look stupid.
I gotta tell you, there is a fine line between, you should post more videos, to who does she think she is?
Yeah, but I mean that's how you get into the algorithm. Posting
And
posting at the right time.
I'm sure there are plenty of women out there that are posting that I'm like, ooh, who does she think she is?
Right.
That guys are like, oh, I love her. She's my
Yeah.
favorite. You know what I mean? It's all a matter of opinion.
Like old ladies who are doing videos on how to look younger, and you're like, you don't look younger, you look old. Fat women who are trying to teach you how to look sexier, but they're like, you look like a fat lady. Like, I don't get it.
There is one lady, and you may have seen the video. She looks like she's straight out of the backwoods of Kentucky. Like, she doesn't have teeth, and she looks like her grandma and stuff.
Yes.
And then she starts doing the makeup and does all that stuff, and does that where they put their hand over the thing, and then flips her hair, and you go, that's the same lady?
Yeah.
Like, that's trickery. That's sorcery.
But they tell you, though, like the fact that she shows you the forehead. I saw one lady yesterday. She was a kind of little heavy girl, like a heavy younger girl, and she was doing the video, and you could tell it had a filter on it, but she goes, this, that, and the other thing, and blah, 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 and she's like, and then the filter, and she shut the filter off, and she was just real plain Jane looking, but you went, oh my god, like she went from beauty model to
crazy.
plain Jane.
That's the new thing. I guess there's a filter because a lot of filters it like
Shiny.
not shiny, but if you put something in front of your face, it goes away
Right,
for a
you can
second and
tell.
stuff. Yeah. So I saw a girl who was like taking a face roller and rolling her face.
That was the one.
Yeah.
She was rolling her face with the face roller.
Yeah, but the filter does not buffer
No.
at all, and then it's not until she turns it off where you're like, oh
Right.
my.
She wasn't
God.
ugly, but she was real plain looking.
Yeah.
She was a little heavy, you know.
But like with the filter, it looked like she had a full face of makeup. It looked like she did her makeup for like 2 hours, and then she turns it off, and she was just there, no makeup, some freckles, and stuff. And it was just like, it is sorcery now.
I know, it's weird. I gotta start
Catfish.
using it on mine.
Catfish.
Stop
They
putting
say-
out my pictures and my butthole eyes disappear.
They say it's destroying young men and their their
And women.
ability. Yeah, well, I guess the study was focused on young men because it's giving women this sense of confidence, but it's also destroying men's sense of confidence because now women won't date you if you're a normal guy. They want a guy that's got this great job, looks good, all this, 6 foot tall. And now
Since
they
the
think,
beginning of time.
yeah, but now they think they deserve it more because they see themselves instead of seeing
And the
who they
comments.
actually are.
Right, yeah.
They see a version of themselves that isn't real.
Gotcha.
Meanwhile, the men are just suffering and being alone.
Because
forever.
I saw like where they have those girls, whatever that podcast is, and the guy goes,
whatever
"What do you?"
podcast.
He goes, "What do you bring to the table?"
Yeah.
You're wanting all this stuff. You're wanting a guy who makes $500,000 a year. He's 6'4". He does this. What are you bringing to the table?
That's-
And they're like,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
wild.
Well, I find the best thing to do is to be honest.
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen when they see you and you're like, ugh. I don't even use old profile pictures if I can avoid it. Like sometimes there's a picture of me and my kid from 10 years ago where I look handsome in there, and then people are like, ooh, what happened to you?
Have you ever seen the video of they're texting back and forth, and you have a picture and sends
yeah,
a picture, and
yeah.
it's a smoke show girl that's a 12 out of 10, whatever. And she's like, do you have a picture? And it's a model guy, whatever. And she's like, you're hot. And he goes, you're hotter. You want to FaceTime? And yeah. And then it goes to FaceTime, and you see this black guy on there, and then it pops up, and it's a white dude with red hair. And they all just start laughing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, time to check in with Galvin. He has today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
I don't. Hold on. So, Eileen Batista just sent me a message and it said, "Fat ladies on Insta filters, beauty, etc. Have you checked how much weight you have lately?" Yes, moron. That is what I'm saying. I just got through saying that I would never use a filter and all that stuff because then they meet you in reality, and you're like, yeah, this guy's fat and ugly, and on the thing, I don't know why.
By the way, I
you were
just
so
imagine
offended
that's
by.
Batista with a wig on. Have you checked how fat you are?
I don't know. People hear what they want to hear.
Yeah.
What do you have in news today, Galvin?
Today's news is brought to you by Pelt Shoes. You want to save some money on buying some shoes? Well, I can help you with that. Whenever you stop into Pelt Shoes, just whisper my name, Galvin. You can get 10% off your first purchase. Stop in there and check out their new 3D foot scanning technology that they have. It's going to make sure that you get the perfect fit for you and your whole family. They're going to make sure that you have the proper fitting shoes, and they keep it on file there for you so you know what kind of shoes you need or what fit you need. They'll email it to you as well so you know exactly what you need. Also, they have all the different styles and brands you're looking for right there in stock, ready to go. Pelt Shoes, get them at Pelts. So, listen, guys, we're not involved in the Ukraine-Russian war, but the U.S. will provide Ukraine with an additional $325 million in military aid. President Joe Biden announced Thursday during a White House meeting with Ukrainian President Zelensky. The package includes air defense capabilities, cluster munitions, anti-tank weapons, and other equipment. The announcement was made during Zelensky's visit to Washington, D.C., where he appealed to lawmakers and administration officials for more assistance. Give me more. Keep giving them money.
And how much money did we give to Hawaii for their
$4 a person.
$700 a person. Meanwhile, the FEMA employees are all staying up at $1,000 a night rooms.
Yeah.
I watched a video yesterday where they did some nice stuff in Hawaii. They announced that the kids who are in college are going to get a year of free tuition there, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Then they cut to a guy in Hawaii. He's like, yeah, thanks. But meanwhile, they show people sleeping on the streets in air mattresses.
Yeah.
You're like, nobody.
Oh.
These people are.
Yeah.
They don't have homes. They
There
don't
you
have
go.
anything.
They,
Free college.
they still haven't really said anything about all the missing children that are there.
No, I don't
It's
think there's
crazy.
anyone who thinks that there was just a fire in Hawaii. Everybody is like, oh yeah, it was some sort of laser or something. Nobody, and everybody just is like, yeah, it was a laser
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
And we're blowing it off.
Energy weapons.
It's crazy.
2 adults were killed and multiple students were injured after their bus tumbled down a 50-foot ravine Thursday on Interstate 84 in Orange County, New York. The commercial bus was carrying 40 students from Farmingdale High School and 4 adults. Apparently, they were going to band camp.
Oh, yeah.
There were several serious injuries, including 5 critical.
Wow.
Yeah, be careful.
That's a sad story, but all I kept thinking of is O'Doyle rules when they threw the
yeah.
banana out the window.
Yeah,
I don't understand something. Why don't we have margaritas?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Isn't this
because we didn't have
margarita?
time.
Jesus Christ.
What do you
Joe.
want me to do?
No, it's not your fault.
No,
It's
it's
Joe's
Joe's
fault.
Joe.
What? I'm
Joe, you're the director of beverage disbursement on the show. Why
right.
don't we have margaritas?
because I'm doing news right now.
You're
no,
doing
no,
priorities,
no,
Joe.
all right.
Priorities.
Yeah.
All right, let me. Okay,
One day.
What a hero.
Let me fix my answer because I forgot, Michael. Should I go do now?
I mean, do we have ice?
Yeah,
Is it here?
yeah.
It's all like right outside
It's
the
all
door.
sitting there. Yeah.
Oh my
Go.
God. Make margaritas, Joe.
I don't know how to make them. I'm gonna be out.
Push
You know.
the button.
Fine, we'll do it after news. That's fine.
Rupert Murdoch's surprise announcement Thursday that he is stepping down.
Is it a
That's what I was
surprise?
just about to say. Haven't we heard about this for months? And he's 92 years old. Stepping down as leader of his 2 companies leaves his son Lachlan firmly in the line of succession at Fox and the rest of the media empire. The 92-year-old Australian billionaire's creation of Fox News Channel has made him an enduring force in American politics.
92 years old. It's hard to. I mean, your dad is 91 years old and he's in great shape. Very rarely does that happen. You know, you get somebody who's over 80-something years old, and even they'll tell you, I can't. Sometimes in the 80s, people stop driving. They're like, I can't drive anymore.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm gonna tell you right now, I can't see anymore without my glasses. I have to wear glasses to see. Like, it starts going. You have to know. Rupert Murdoch is in charge of so much. He's probably not making decisions for some time now. Lachlan Murdoch's been probably doing that. His other
I would
brother.
imagine, yeah.
Yeah. So I would just assume that he's been in charge for a while.
And probably hasn't been doing much, like you said, since he was 80 or whatever. But the ego keeps him
for
there.
sure.
And now he's like, all right, finally, going to step down. Enjoy your next 3 months.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I mean?
the thing. So at 92 years old, you pretty much know that any day is going to be your last day. I don't know how you live like that. Like, I mean, the guy's worth billions of dollars, and he clearly has it together for the most part because he's at least showing up for work every day. So it sucks so bad that he's like, I'm a billionaire and I'm pretty good mentally, and I'm going to die any day now. That's just a rough
Yeah,
existence.
He had a good life. He made a hell of a run.
I know, but
Yeah.
I don't want it to end.
But he's also an elite. Who knows whether
Yeah.
he's dying
Sure.
or going to.
Going to Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know you didn't listen to that "Where's My Mind" podcast where they talk about all the science behind consciousness, but I truly don't think that it ends when you die.
It does.
All right,
No.
Lights out.
You realize what you're saying is you wish that it doesn't.
No.
But science tells you it does.
No. There's a thing on Netflix about have you seen it about infinity?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Buzz Lightyear?
no. It's like about they take mathematicians, philosophers, and
Astrophysicist.
astrophysicists.
They create the dinosaurs on the island.
No,
Yeah.
but they explain how infinity is incorporated in math, in philosophy, in this. You know what I mean? And
Right.
they take you through the whole thing. Well, there's this one guy who breaks it down who says if you put an apple inside a steel box and you don't touch it, it is going to decompose. But there's still the atoms and everything that made that apple in that box. Eventually, those will repurpose and come back together, and the apple will be created again.
No, there's no proof of that anywhere.
The
Yeah, there-
science behind it
The
tells
atoms will go into the atmosphere like the rest
no,
of the
because
atoms.
it's in
in
the
a steel
box.
box.
It's in the box that it can't
Okay,
move.
so then they're just trapped in there. And then once you open it, you think the you
Listen,
think the
this was
apples.
the science.
So wait a second. So you're saying to me, this is even scarier because
Wait.
according to your science,
Not my science.
you take a body, you put it in a box, bury it in the ground. Eventually, it's going to come back together.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
So then, how come we're not digging up full bodies?
Because it's wooden boxes. They're not steel boxes. Everything doesn't get trapped in there. It can
Oh,
actually
wrong
get
box.
through that material.
Well, they actually put it in concrete so that it doesn't come out. So it's even.
They cover the box in concrete.
So you're saying we should be making
this is not my science.
This Netflix special, according
Yes.
to you, is saying that if we bury our dead in steel boxes where nothing can get in or out, eventually the bodies will recompose and we can exhume them and they'd be alive?
Because this is the science behind infinity and how it works. Yes.
I look at me. I'm not yelling at you. I'm just
I know.
saying it doesn't make sense.
Right.
I got
and
your
like
back.
I said, this is not my science.
All right, let me talk to the
Not my
scientist.
science.
It's the theory of infinity, in which it's basically because our universe is constantly expanding and then
Yes.
collapsing on itself like a fractal painting, you know?
Okay, I'm with you so far.
So because that is how our universe works, what is happening right now will happen again eventually because it's infinity. Everything happens over and over and over.
But that's not what infinity means. I mean, infinity means it never stops.
No,
it doesn't mean.
That's where the old way of
Okay.
thinking of infinity
The normal
now
way.
meets quantum theory and the new way of science.
So we die,
Right.
and if we're put in steel boxes,
It's steel. Don't get hung up on the steel
Yeah.
boxes.
Okay, Carmin got me on
Steel
that.
boxes is part of the example or analogy.
analogy.
Right.
so
yeah.
they put me in something that's going to protect my atoms, and eventually I will recompose,
Right.
and then be alive.
You still have
But you can
Well,
recreate.
I'm stuck in
an-
the goddamn boxes. How many people knocking right now trying to get out?
But again, you can recreate in other forms because your atoms can transfer
Yeah.
and bond with other atoms to
Okay.
make something else.
So
but
do-
your consciousness doesn't transfer.
but you don't
It
know
does.
that.
They
well,
say
then
it
how?
does.
So your
Maybe there's some
conscious-
cats rolling around here with my consciousness in it.
Well, so the other thing is like your DNA has memory,
Okay,
right? Everyone's
all right.
DNA has memories.
Yeah.
So like in my DNA, I have memory of my family's generations going back 20 generations in my DNA.
Okay.
Epigenetics.
I can't get that in my consciousness, but it is in my DNA. There is memory of those things. So technically, yes, your consciousness moves with you. You just can't unlock it because it's not.
Maybe
It's not-
Scientology's onto something. They try to unlock levels.
Yes, it's not it's not like a video where you can just rewind it and play it
Why?
because memory does not work like that. And
I
that's
believe it does. I
psychology.
believe if you're able to. I believe if
If
you're
you
able to
could unlock it.
defrag your
Yeah,
memory.
sure.
If you could unlock it, but also they've done studies before with memories like that because people like you, I have the best memory. I know everything
Not
from
me.
since when I was 3. They did a study where they literally did a test with people who drive, go past a stop sign. They ask you what color that stop sign is. Everyone says red because you're just used to it. 90% of them get it wrong because the stop sign was green, but because you associate stop signs with red,
Right.
You just
people
assume there was.
Right.
But here's
So
the
therefore your
here's
memory
the
is
other
not a
thing is
videotape.
unlocking your memory and doing that stuff. That may be what they say. Your life flashes before your eyes
Yeah.
before you
Yes.
die.
For sure.
Where you're unlocking all of that.
That ever
in the
happen to
very end.
anybody?
No.
I was on a chair
I've never
one time.
died.
I was sitting on a bar stool and I was leaning back. I was younger. I was probably like maybe 14 or so. And the leg went out and I fell backwards. And as I was falling to the ground, I actually had flashbacks of my whole life. When I stood up, I was like, I know what they mean. I know what they mean because I always see them say it on TV. I saw when I was little and my grandparents. And this is isn't that weird?
I
That's
have
pretty cool.
I have had premonitions. I remember clear as day whenever I was a kid and I caught a fish and my dad was down the shoreline and I was going to show him the fish that I caught. And as I was walking, I saw in my mind black and white me dropping the fish and going in the water and stuff in the exact way I saw it in my mind happened. And I was like, I totally saw that
Yeah,
before I did
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And then I thought, did I do it because I saw it and it made me do it, or did I see it before I did it?
or
I was-
did you already do it in a past life,
Right,
knowing that it was going to happen again?
And then you did it again?
Or another dimension.
That's wild.
But so yeah.
I
Watch that on Netflix. I'm telling you, the thing about infinity, it is very interesting.
I think the big thing is nobody actually knows.
Correct.
These
Right.
are all
Yeah.
theories, you
Yes.
know. So you don't know. You could just be dirt. You could be recomposing, doing all that stuff. But I don't think anybody
it's
knows.
going to be like
for sure.
Sopranos. Tony Sopranos
Just goes black,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's how I think it's going to
I
happen.
think, yeah, you go black and then nothing happens. And my problem that I have with trying to believe anything else, and trust me, I want more, is that there is no ounce of proof of anything.
But
Well, no. I mean, like tangible proof, like that you can see. Like none of your dead relatives come back. There's none of us can remember being what we were before, and that's the only reason why. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but that's why we don't
but
want to
there
believe
are
it.
people that do talk
Yes.
to the other side.
Well, and there are people like those kids who remember World War II, and
Right.
there's no way. Yeah, I mean, look,
And-
there's something there.
I would say that the problem is the vast majority of people don't feel the need to look into a lot of this stuff, which is fine. But there are numerous universities in the U.S. alone that study consciousness and have made leaps and bounds, especially now that they have quantum mechanics, to help. It's really interesting.
Do you think LSD and drugs like that take you to another level?
Yeah.
Or do
It
you
can
think
unlock.
they're just, but are they unlocking parts of your brain that's just releasing chemicals and it's causing you to hallucinate and all that stuff? Or are you unlocking different?
You're letting go of your ego, which allows your brain to stop
This station will
focusing
never
on,
be able to do that.
Yeah. Well, it allows your brain to stop focusing on the stuff that distracts you all
Right.
day. That
That
is
you're
not
present.
important. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So get ready to start complaining how cold it is. Has it been this cold before? Fall starts tomorrow.
It was a little nice last night.
Right?
Here's some things you need to know. Autumn officially begins this year at 2:50 a.m. Eastern time, so really late overnight. There's going to be a full moon next week. It's a harvest moon that'll occur on the morning of September 29th.
Have you ever seen that?
A fall moon? Yeah.
No, Harvest Moon.
Yeah.
Wait, is that the one I'm thinking of? The Harvest
It's a
Moon.
blood moon.
No. Harvest Moon is white, but it looks like it's almost like coning out of the sky.
Yes.
And
yeah,
it's like
it's-
close.
Yeah.
I remember
Big.
I walked outside to throw the garbage when I lived in Land O'Lakes, and it was a harvest moon. I didn't know, and I thought it's over. The end of the world is here. And I ran inside, and Amanda was sleeping. I go, Amanda, you have to get up, and they have to see this. And she's like, can you just tell me? And I go, it's unbelievable. It's the moon, and I think something's happening, and I don't know. And I go, what if we're all going to die? And she goes, well, just let me sleep till I die. And I was like, all right.
Take a picture.
I tried. It didn't do that.
No,
it didn't
it
do
didn't do
justice.
justice, yeah.
It looked like it was 10 feet above us.
That's so
and
cool.
yeah, it was insane. It was insane.
Remember the big NFT craze?
Oh my God. dude.
Everybody's buying paintings of purple
Yeah.
monkeys and all
Well,
that.
a study examined more than 73,000 NFT collectibles and found that about 95% of them now are pretty much worthless.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Most of the people who bought them were already rich anyway, so it didn't matter.
Everybody was such an expert. Oh, this is the next big thing.
Hey, today, Saturday, the high is 88, but the low is 69. We're dipping.
That's
Of
right.
course, I won't be here.
Have any of you guys heard about the guy who claimed to have cancer to play in the World Series of Poker?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Said it was his dying wish, so people donated to cover the $10,000 entry. Turns out he was lying.
Yep.
Yeah, no word on what kind of charges he might face, but he got knocked out of the tournament within like a few hours. There's a picture of the idiot.
What a goon.
People who do that, like fake cancer to get money and stuff
They
like
should
that.
inject you with cancer.
Yeah.
No integrity.
Yeah.
Inject you with cancer.
I
I mean,
agree.
that should be.
That's a different level of scumbag.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I have a hot or not for you guys.
Oh, good.
This is a pretty wild story, so hold on your boots. An Indianapolis woman is accused of stabbing a baby inside a hotel while attempting to stab a dog that ate her chicken sandwich. The Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department responded to a report of a stabbing shortly after 11 p.m. on Tuesday at a Days Inn. The IMPD says they found a 1-year-old girl stabbed in the neck. A short time later, police found the suspect hiding in bushes outside the hotel. Police arrested the girl's 32-year-old aunt named Sharon Key on allegations of criminal recklessness. The girl is expected to survive her injuries. She was taken to the hospital and received several stitches in her ear and neck. So this woman, is 32-year-old Sharon Key, had a chicken sandwich. A dog grabbed it. Chicken sandwich, my chicken sandwich. So she was going to stab the dog. Misses the dog, stabs her 1-year-old niece in the neck and ear. Yeah. So I asked you, Mike Calta, hot or not?
Yeah, girls do not fight over food. No, not hot.
Not hot?
No,
Girls that carry knives, though. Don't.
Puerto Rican.
Okay, so you say not hot. Gio, what do you think?
I mean, she stabbed the baby by accident, but she was trying to stab a dog. No way, not hot.
Yeah, not hot. All right. Spanish, what do you got?
Oh, she's hot and she's a keeper.
She's hot? Oh, stab me, baby.
A fighter, a real fighter.
Oh, yeah.
And Carmen, what do you got?
trying to stab a dog,
Yes.
absolutely nuts. Over a sandwich, fatty. Not hot.
So Spanish by himself, he says hot and a keeper. Everybody else says not hot. Show me Stabby McStabberson. That's not hot.
Nope.
That is not
That looks
hot.
exactly like the kind of woman I thought would stab somebody for
Yep.
a sandwich.
Stab a dog, stab a
Anybody.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I admit I was wrong.
Whatever you got. Whatever you got, I'm
don't know.
stabbing.
You were
Yeah.
really wrong on that one.
I would not take her chicken sandwich.
No.
No. You're gonna be in trouble. Carmen,
Yes.
how's your belly button?
It's pretty good.
Yeah?
I put oil in it
In
the
it?
other day.
Like so you could dip
because
fries?
no, because it was a little dry. So like the oil that I
Ew,
put
how
on.
do you know?
Well, I check
You
it.
flaking your belly button flaking?
Could be itchy. How is the height of your belly button?
In the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're happy with it? Like where your waistline is and your
No.
belly button?
Oh.
No. Would you like it higher? Lower?
Lower.
Come here, I'll do it.
Off center?
No, it's in the middle.
Off center.
You have an innie
Put it
or
on
an
the
outie?
side.
Any.
You ever stick your finger in there and smell it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Don't
how
do
I
that.
know I needed to put oil in
Dude,
there.
I love that smell. I love my belly button smell.
What?
There is a new trend adding a fake belly button a few inches above your real one to make your legs look longer. Women in China are buying sheets of these fake belly buttons online. If you leave your stomach exposed but cover your real belly button with your high-waisted pants,
Yeah.
then you put the other belly button there. It makes you look like you have longer legs.
What is it? Is it a sticker?
Yeah, it's a sticker basically. So there it is. So there's before and
Yeah.
after.
I got
so
it.
you lift those pants up, you put it up there, and it makes you look like you have longer legs.
Unbelievable.
I gotta tell you, I'm into this. I have really short legs
Yeah.
and a really long torso, and that would help.
Huh?
But what do you do if your sticker starts falling off halfway through the night?
Oh,
You
by
lower your
by
pants.
that time you're so drunk.
Yeah.
I
Who
bet
knows?
they do have apps though that you can move your belly button for like
Probably.
put a
Probably.
filter on, move
Yeah.
your belly button.
My
I
wife
like it.
doesn't like her belly button.
Why?
I don't know. I'm like, I like it. I think it's fine. She's not happy with anything.
If I see a girl with really long legs, I'm going to go over and scratch her belly button.
Yep,
She goes,
now we know.
What is that,
Have
a
you
sticker?
ever seen the belly buttons that look like a finger?
Oh, that's coming out where they cut the umbilical cord.
Yeah,
That's-
it never fell off
no.
totally, so it's a.
Oh my
Like a
God.
stump.
Yeah, they didn't do a very good job.
Yeah. Not
cool.
Like they put their foot on the baby and just pull the cord out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It creeps me out.
My belly button is very it's centered. It's right at the right height and all that stuff. And a small child could wait in it if they'd like.
No.
It's
Yeah.
very cavernous.
I don't
you
like
ever-
mine.
You've never filled it with oil like Carmen?
No.
I
Fill
don't
it with
fill
quarters?
it. I don't fill
Remember
it
that
with
guy
oil.
at the talent show that filled
right.
his with quarters?
Yes, I do. I mean, he put like $2.35 in there. It was amazing.
$2.50.
Yeah, was it $2.50?
Yeah.
I was very impressed with that. Yes.
Carmen, Spanish, I think you guys are going to be excited about this. Gio, you may be in on it.
All right.
Spicy chicken nuggets are back at McDonald's.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
For a limited
McDonald's.
time, yeah.
Wendy's has
oh.
the superior
yeah.
spicy chicken.
Really?
nuggets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I think the kind of tempura, the way the McDonald's does it, is better than.
I do also like that
Yeah,
crunchy, flaky.
I like their chicken nuggets. It's just their spicy chicken nuggets are not.
Are they different than that?
It's the same. It's just the taste and the texture is off to me. I just prefer the Wendy's
Put
spicy.
some oil on it.
Nope.
Dip it in your belly
Ranch.
button.
No, I don't dip stuff in there.
Hot mustard in there. Today is National Ice Cream Cone Day.
Yeah.
Yum yum yum. Ice cream cone. What
Ice
do you
cream
go? What do you go?
cone?
Waffle cone? You go
Waffle
sugar cone? You go.
Adults should not be eating out of cones.
Really?
Yeah, it's a kid thing.
You're
I think you should
crazy.
keep your opinion to
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, shut your mouth, old man.
No, when you got an adult has a cone, you look ridiculous.
I like
Yeah,
to
you
do a
look
cone
at-
in a cup.
You look. That's what Juliana does. You like to do
Yeah.
that. You like to. I mean, you're right. An adult.
It's for kids. Yeah, it's kids.
You look ridiculous,
mind.
but it tastes delicious.
Yeah.
I also, for some reason, I have feeling in my teeth and all that, but I could bite straight into an ice cream cone.
Oh.
So I'm not like, give it a little bite.
I remember we were on the cruise and we got ice cream cones, and Bert goes, I bet they don't serve a lot of ice cream cones in prison. Like, get over here.
I think sugar cones are the best.
Sugar cones are good.
Yeah.
There you go.
I like the waffle cone.
I do.
Yeah.
I like 2 girls, 1 cone.
No, that's not.
Anybody have ice cream recently?
Yes.
I shouldn't admit this, but I did on Saturday.
yeah.
Didn't even want it, but I had it because we were in Cold Stone and they make it look so delicious.
We're back,
And
baby.
I felt, oh, dude, I felt terrible after I ate it.
We go.
But-
Oh, sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
no, I'm just saying it's they just give you a pound of ice cream and a
Yeah.
cone and all this stuff in it. It's
You get
horrible.
candy in
Is
it?
the diet officially over
No. I rebounded it very well.
to this morning with the sausage?
Yeah, it's part of my
Okay.
routine.
Yeah, I'm just checking. Do you think this is good or bad? I'm interested to see what you guys think. Robert De Niro is bringing back his Travis Bickle character from Taxi Driver for a series of Uber ads.
Good.
I think that's going to be
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
good.
I think it's going to be good.
I think it'll be
I
good.
don't think it's gonna be
If he
good.
really does it and he's not just reading off the card like an
Yeah.
old man.
But he
like
can't
know-
read,
Yeah.
so he's got to do it like Travis Bickle.
Yeah.
If you had said movie or like series, bad.
That's what I was
yeah.
gonna. If because first of all he's dead, and second of all, if he were to bring it back and try to do it now, he'd make it an anti-Trump thing and he'd be
Yeah.
awful. But I think I think sometimes De Niro's good at humor. Although there's this video, we talked about this off the air. There's this guy on the internet that draws pictures of celebrities and gives them the picture. and he's a foreign guy, and he goes up to De Niro on a red carpet, and it's De Niro, the old man, not De Niro from Goodfellas or something. And he goes, Mr. De Niro, I draw this picture. I draw it of you. And he looks at him and he goes, "Meh," and he didn't even care. And the guy hands him this beautiful pencil-drawn picture of him that looks great, and De Niro holds it, and he goes, okay, thank you. Thank you. And I went, what a jerk off.
Yeah.
But I thought also the guy's 70, and people have probably been handing him crap for the last 35 years. So what do you do?
100%.
Yeah.
He's been famous for so long.
Right.
Now what do I do? Can I carry this around with me?
Well, it was, he actually could have put it in his inside jacket pocket,
Yeah.
but like he did it with The Rock, and The Rock was like, "Oh, brother, thank you so much." He gave him a hug, and he was like really impressed. And then he does it to people on the subway, like they'll be sitting across from him, he'll draw the picture
yeah,
and
I've
hand
seen
it to them.
that guy.
Yeah, like people are usually pretty happy about it. De Niro's like, "Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you."
Gordon Ramsay needs another television show, so
Yeah.
he's developing a sandwich making competition show for Fox called Idiot Sandwich.
100% in.
Yeah.
Dude, I love Gordon Ramsay,
He's
Master
great.
Chef, and really almost all the show, Hell's Kitchen, all the different stuff, Kitchen Nightmares, all those ones that he does. I really enjoy those.
Have you seen him fight with that Italian chef?
with Joe?
I don't know his
Bastianich?
name.
That
bald guy?
Yeah. Dude, that cracks me up when they go back and forth.
I do enjoy all the Gordon Ramsay shows.
Yeah.
Joe is great because he is a real stickler for stuff. And on MasterChef, he'll try something and he'll go, "Did you put any lemon zest on there?" And they go, "No, I didn't think it needed it." And he goes, and then walks away and they're like, "Oh, did it need it? I don't know. What did I do?"
Oh, the best is the one with his mom, where they both do like a casserole and they take it out, and his mom goes, "Yours isn't done in the middle," and he
Yeah.
goes, "Okay, mom, whatever," and he goes to cut it, and he's like, "It needs a couple more minutes in the oven."
Did you ever see Gordon Ramsay making pad thai with the guy? And he does it, whatever, and the guy's is there, and Gordon's is there, and the guy tastes Gordon Ramsay, and he goes, "That's not pad thai."
really?
Yeah, he's like, that's no good.
Wow.
Yeah, but I mean, this guy, that's his life.
Yeah.
That's what he's been doing for his entire life. He's like, "No,
I
that's not
I
pad
watch
thai."
Hell's Kitchen or whatever they're doing. Not Hell's. I do watch Hell's Kitchen because it's on that Samsung channel all the time. But I watched
MasterChef?
MasterChef.
Yeah.
and I love that. And then I watched the one where Kitchen Nightmares,
Kitchen
where he goes
Nightmares
in.
coming
That's
back.
the best one.
Yeah.
Oh my
Which
god.
that's coming back.
If you watch the non-American version, it's
Yes,
Oh,
I do.
yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
it's
I do.
all uncensored. and
Yeah, he can
curses,
really
and
yell at him.
It gets into it a lot better.
It's so funny because listen, I'm watching it, but I just don't understand. I invested all my money in this restaurant. I need help. Oh my God, the greatest chef in the world is going to come help me. I'm not going to listen to him.
Yeah.
Why would I listen to him? It's not like he has a million restaurants and super
Right.
successful. Like, I don't get it. But I guess sometimes it's the daughter asks for help for her father,
Yeah.
and her father's, stupid. And
Well, these old people just get it set in their ways. Then this guy, this foreigner, comes in and tells them what to do.
I love the people that try and step up to Gordon Ramsay on Hell's Kitchen, like the different chefs.
Yes.
They're like, "Listen, you're gonna call me an idiot," and he goes, "Oh, big boy."
Yeah,
Is that what
That's worse than calling him a fat jerk
Yeah.
off when he calls him big boy.
Yeah.
Oh, settle down, big boy.
If you're going to Hell's Kitchen, learn how to make risotto,
Risotto?
Yep.
scallops,
Yep.
Those are your
and
two.
beef Wellington.
Beef Wellington, sure, yeah.
100%.
This weekend's live Strike Force show, that's that stupid new podcast with all those idiots from late night in Las Vegas, was canceled because, of course, Jimmy Kimmel has COVID. Of course he does.
Wah,
Just
wah.
that's in his script for him to have COVID.
Isn't he vaccinated?
Oh, I mean, come on, Carmin.
You know what? It's so funny is that's what I wanted in my initial suggestion for the Bone 10th anniversary was something like that, where all the hosts got together and did a show, and then we ended up making it a live thing, or do a live show like that. Like I do like the when the Avengers assemble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I thought it'd be pretty cool.
Too many egos. Can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said host. Is it just the host?
I mean, people talk on the radio. Is that better?
But I was gonna say, okay, so that'd be my question. If you were just gonna do host, obviously it's you, Drew, Mo, Johnny,
No,
Roger, and JP.
No.
Who would be the host?
No, I don't mean that. I mean like
Because it's first.
yeah.
Okay.
So it would be me and Galvin and Roger, JP, Drew, John, Will, Johnny, and then I think other people would rotate in and out. Like we'd start it off, and then after the first hour, I'd leave and Gio would come in, and then you know what I mean.
So
Then,
it's 1 and 2, and then other people.
Well, I don't know,
Like
Carmen. I'm just saying. It was an
Well,
idea.
at first you started with host,
Well, you don't
and
want,
that's
you don't want to put 32 people up there at one time.
Oh yeah,
I thought it
So-
was
tried that.
when we did the bone
Was the
draft.
best.
That
Was
was,
the absolute
Yeah.
that was fun. Yeah,
That was fun.
I don't know why we don't do that anymore.
By the way, you want to talk about ego? I said if I didn't get picked first in the bone draft, I was going to kill everybody. I got picked first in the bone draft. Oh,
Hey,
listen,
threatened everybody.
Scared everybody.
I was terrified of getting picked last.
Mr. Irrelevant. Russell Brand's 2009 comedy special has been pulled from Paramount Plus.
Oh,
Guilty.
wow.
Guilty. Have you gone through the trial? No. Guilty.
That's insane.
It is totally insane how they don't even give you the benefit of the doubt anymore.
Nope. You know how Justin Timberlake says, it's gonna be May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May.
May.
Yeah. He says he pronounces me as May, and it's going to be me because the songwriters were actually Swedish, and that's how they told him to say it. It's
Really?
going to be May.
So I watched one of those shows about creating pop songs and all that stuff, and there is
That
this
Song Exploder.
Song
Is
Exploder.
that-
I don't
yeah, it's
remember,
really
but it's all. They showed you how many Swedish people, how many
Yeah.
Swedish writers wrote all these pop songs for all these people. Like they have a machine and they just churn them out. you
Well,
know?
they're
It's
good
pretty
at it. And they
interesting.
do that big Eurovision or whatever.
Yes.
Eurovision.
I believe
Eurovision?
that is what a Eurovision. Have you ever watched that?
I've seen a little bit of it. It's weird the
bad.
way they do it.
Yeah, it is weird, but it's not bad. Some of those guys have some really creative songs they come up with.
Yeah, and they're very big on writing pop stuff,
Yeah.
obviously.
Have you seen the documentary on BTS, Mike, and South Korean K-pop music?
No, but I would watch that.
It's super interesting because they also break down their formula essentially for creating a K-pop group, what each song has to be time-wise, and how they add all this stuff from every genre of music is in like almost every song. It was super cool.
Yeah.
It's funny because there are not necessarily rules, but there's kind of things you go by when you're writing the song of how you do the chorus and you do the bridge and you do the verse.
yeah, there's
and
like a formula.
formula, yes. But there's a lot of songs that break out of that formula where they start out with the chorus. You know what I mean? They're like, this is a crazy song because it literally starts out with the chorus instead of starting out, it normally builds up, goes into the verse, goes into this. But if it starts out with the chorus, you're like, what is this?
What is the band we were just giving away tickets to see? The Back County
Avenged Sevenfold.
Avenged Sevenfold. That song is the most untraditional song I've ever
Oh,
heard.
yeah, where
It
he's
just comes
talking and then,
talk-
and then just in your face, yeah.
It's great. It's
Yeah.
great.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's so anything that's a little bit different is always better now.
For sure. Whenever you hear stuff and you go, whoa, this is different,
Yeah.
it perks your ear up because you're hearing the same, and then all of a sudden something comes in there and you go, what is this? This is a little bit different.
I like it.
Ozzy Osbourne. Who's got him? Carmin?
Yeah.
May want to make your call.
So he doesn't die. He turns into a bat and he flies
Wait,
away.
Yeah, it's
no,
true, yeah.
that's dying.
Put him in a steel box.
He's no longer human.
He becomes a bat in 24 hours.
Ozzy Osbourne was set to undergo his fourth spinal surgery the other day. He says that it's going to be his last, no matter how it turns out.
Yeah.
He said he is done getting surgery. He's done doing that stuff. I have heard from a lot of people, they said, get ready to say goodbye to Ozzy. That he's pretty much going to be done.
The guy's been 60 years just
I know.
snorting ants.
I know. And
Biting heads off of bats.
And I know everybody dies, but that was his show was like such a staple of
I
my
love
Really?
His
He's
show
been
is the
80s
dumbest
and-
thing
I-
ever.
I
You
was
just run
50.
out all fat and throw water on people.
Such a
It was-
good-
no, he's talking about the Osbournes.
Oh, that was
It-
great.
it's so funny. It's so funny to me. Listen, I love that show, but it's funny to me that that's
Yeah,
your
that's my Ozzy
experience of
take
Ozzy,
on it.
as opposed to Black Sabbath,
Yeah.
or any of the early stuff, whatever. Which I mean, it's just your age. That's where you came from, whatever. But yeah, that show was a phenomenon.
It was so
I mean, it was
good.
everywhere.
I mean, who thought that would be the family to do with? When I first saw the ad for it, I thought MTV wrote a sitcom kind of like the Munsters of what it would like to be in Ozzy's family. And my wife's like, no, you have to watch this. It's really Ozzy. And I watched it, and I thought it was the greatest thing I'd ever seen. And everybody walked around going, Sharon.
yeah.
And the dogs pooping in the
everywhere.
Oh, dude, it's
I
great.
mean, it's so funny because obviously we know now that it was a little put on.
Doesn't matter.
No, but it was so entertaining and so good, and you got to see behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the Prince of Darkness, all that stuff. By the way, have you seen the clip floating around? It's been out forever, but it just for some reason, maybe because Ozzy's in the news, that it came back around. Barbara Walters, when Ozzy was on there, and she asked him if he's sober right now. She said, "You've had a long history, but are you sober right now?" And his answer is, he literally like stutters for a good 30 seconds, and then it just goes, "Yeah, Ozzy's sober."
Have you seen Sharon Osbourne lately?
Oh,
Yes, she's
She looks
unrecognizable.
like an
Who is
alien.
she?
We just saw her
Yeah.
yesterday on a video, a TikTok reel. She looks like an alien.
Hey, you gotta at some point. The doctor has to go. Hey, I can't
Oh, my
stretch your face
gosh.
anymore. This is ridiculous.
It's-
Like, we can't put more stuff.
Think
in
about
there.
Joan Rivers. She's gonna end up dying in surgery,
Yeah.
just like Joan.
You know, my buddy Dr. D is a plastic surgeon, and he has told me that he turns down surgeries.
Yeah.
I go,
Yeah.
why would you
Fine.
take the money? What do you care? He goes, no, I can't. I'm a doctor.
Sure.
He's
Do
like,
no
if
harm.
People come in and they say, I want to have my 9th nose surgery, and I just tell them, it's not good for your nose.
I
You're
think
not-
those Hollywood doctors, though, they'll keep
take
They'll
it.
do it,
Yeah.
Dude, those two that are on Botched or whatever, the guy that's Kevin DeBro's brother and the other guy, I saw a commercial for their show, and, they're dealing with people that, have had bad plastic surgery and go in, or they want to get, I want to make my lips even bigger, and they're like, you can't, whatever, because they're on the TV show. I'm sure they probably do it on the side.
Mm-hmm.
But both of them look like monsters.
Yeah.
They have so
Now-
much stuff done to their faces
Yeah.
that it's ridiculous.
But a lot of these people are getting, not doing surgery, but they're getting Botox,
Sure.
and
Filler.
other thing, filler. And they're doing too much of that,
Yeah.
and that's causing their head to settle weird, and that's where the big puffy
Well,
thing comes in.
weird
and the
look.
and the problem with filler, especially, is it does not dissolve completely. That was
Right.
the pre notion. Like everyone thought it goes away, and that's why you have to keep doing it. It's basically like forever chemicals. There's always going to be some of it, so people keep getting it, and then they get like clumps of it that you'd have to go get surgically removed because it just gets blocked
My
up.
wife tells me, she's like,
We'll just squeeze
I
your
want to
face.
get, I want to get filler in the, like, you see when I smile and my eyes wrinkle. I go, man, everybody's eyes wrinkle when they smile. And she was like, all right.
Yeah, I told my wife, I go, you're never getting anything done.
No.
She's
It's
perfect.
unnecessary.
Yeah, she looks fantastic. She looks way younger than she is. Doesn't need anything done.
Oh, I
I'm
like
Listen.
every once a year. My wife will blow them lips up. I like that a little better. Yeah.
And like a little Botox on the forehead for a wrinkle, that's fine.
A little.
A little.
Yes,
Yeah,
do it normal, a little.
And I say
like
go-
you could use a little.
Yeah.
No.
I do it at my dermatologist, and
I'm
she does
kidding.
it perfect. You know what I mean? I used to get it done, but anyway, but yeah, a little for the line, but for the smile, you have to remember the lines on your eyes. That's from smiling.
Yeah,
That's just a natural
but who
thing.
cares?
So, but they say so you have to think to yourself, those lines are a sign that you lived a happy life. So if you look at
Nobody's-
it that way,
nobody-
Yeah, nobody says that.
I say
Nobody
that.
sees a
That's-
woman at
I
a
say
bar
that.
with
Thank
wrinkly
you.
eyes and says,
She's
that sure
happy.
looks like a happy bitch right there.
Yeah,
Look
no.
how happy this bitch is.
you know what?
What's
you guys
wrong
are
with
just
their
negative
face?
Nancy's.
I'm all for it.
Oh, look at all yours.
Old crow's feet.
I'm telling ladies not to do it.
Yeah.
My wife went to get her lips done one time a couple of years ago, and I went with her, and I said to the doctor, I go, hey, what can you do with these butthole eyes? And she came over, and she's like, I go, yeah. And she goes, I mean, you know, that's usually like a surgery type thing. And I was like, well, I'll never do that. I don't care. Even Paulie was like, I'll put you with the best eye guy. And I go, for what? What am I going to do? I come in the
late.
next day and all of a sudden look different. And he goes, yeah, you will look different. I go, oh,
Yeah,
look
that
at
would be weird.
It's so weird.
That would be weird.
And
for
what if
sure.
it's different where I'm like, hey guys, how you doing? Yeah, what's up? Good.
I have some new music for you guys.
I love new music. Should we take a break and come back to new music because we're a little bit behind?
How about we do new music? Then we'll come back, take a break, come back, and do a list that I have for the
Okay,
final
all right. let's
And
do it.
margaritas.
And
Okay,
margaritas
thank
as
you.
well, yes. So new music for you guys. This is a band that has been around for quite some time, Rock and Roll Hall of Famers.
Oh, okay.
And they have a new song out, new single. I think you're probably going to get it pretty quickly because they definitely have a sound, so you'll know it pretty quickly. So when you know it, just yell it out. And here we go, new music on the Mike Calta Show. Hit it.
California, California.
Any guesses yet?
California, California.
No.
Yes, this is Duran Duran.
Duran. Right away, yeah. I figured you'd get it. New single called Black Moonlight.
So they have a whole new album
Yeah.
coming out, yeah.
This is a pretty cool song.
They're still great.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, that concert, Joe and I had a great time.
I'm really
did.
upset I didn't go to that.
Well, you weren't invited.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Dizzy, crank it up a little bit.
Yeah.
What's that bass line?
Yeah, they have a whole album out of like Halloween type songs.
Hell yeah.
I gotta tell you, I love Duran Duran because they are still Duran Duran, and it's still relevant. It still sounds great.
Yep.
They're not changing for anyone. They got their sound. It works.
It does work. I love them.
Well, there you go. New Duran Duran.
So
for new music.
from what I understand, this album is out now or coming out in October, and it's small. It's like it's 6 songs on it or whatever,
EP.
and then another one is coming out next year.
Cool.
Yeah, keep making the new music, especially when you go on tour and you see that you can still sell out arenas and
Yeah.
stuff. You're like, we need to get back in action.
And it's spooky season, so the Halloween
No.
music's
I know.
perfect.
It is spooky season. I know Mike hates it, but
Hate
it's
it.
I love it.
it's time to start picking out your Halloween watch list.
Okay.
So I want you to start thinking about movies, scary movies that are scary and make you. All right.
This is what me and Joe do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured Joe would be into this
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
Definitely.
I will tell you that I have the top 7 iconic horror films.
Okay.
So
All right.
start thinking about those. No Googling.
All right, we'll do that when we come back. When we go to break, I want to tell you about my friends at Shark Coast Tactical because tomorrow, Shark Coast will be hosting the crew from Silencer Co. at their shop. Now, if you ever thought about, hey, I'd like to get a silencer. Now, a lot of you guys want to get it because you've seen it in the movies. You think you screw it onto the front of your gun and go, and you're done. That's not really how it works. But if you do want to have something that's going to take care of a lot of the sound and a lot of the recoil, you can get a great suppressor from Silencer Co. Those guys will be there to answer all your questions. And then if also you've heard, well, I have to hire a lawyer and I have to do a trust and I have to do all this. It's not like that anymore. You can do it all online. Omar will walk you through the steps there in the shop and have it done. I've done it myself. And then the wait time for me, the first time I did it years ago was over a year. And then it knocked down to like 8 months. These guys are turning around in like 90 to 120 days, which I know seems like a long time, but it's half the time of what it used to be. And all the stuff is taken care of in shop. And sometimes it could be even quicker than that. The paperwork's never been easier. So you don't want to miss Silencer Co. Day at Shark Coast Tactical tomorrow. There'll be tons of prizes. They always do killer giveaways and special offers. The Silencer Co. reps will be there. And, of course, the guys from Shark Coast will be there to help you out. Shark Coast is open, slinging freedom from 10 to 6 daily, closed on Sunday, and open online 24/7 at sharkcoasttactical.com. They are on Bee Ridge Road in Sarasota. Look for them on social media. Tell them you heard about it on the Mike Calta Show. Horror movies, the most iconic ones, and Margaritas next on 102.5 The Bone.
You're listening to the
It is 8:06 on the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. He said I had a largemouth bass. I was waiting for him to go in my ass, been out on the. I don't know the words. I don't know Luke Combs.
Dizzy, play it.
What?
He hasn't played it yet.
Oh my God! Did he do it?
Oh no! Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I need dough. Cash. This hour's Bone bonus keyword is spa. Spa. Head over to the free 1025 The Bone app and enter the keyword within 15 minutes past the top of the hour and go get your $1,000. It's the Bone Bonus, sponsored by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Ladies, if I could just put out a public service announcement, please. Don't trust Galvin. Don't let Galvin make you a drink.
What?
Because you don't even taste the alcohol. It's so good. Galvin made margaritas. It's Margarita Friday, everybody.
Margarita Friday.
So gay, but I love it.
Is it good?
Oh, yeah. It's
There is about more than half a bottle in there. There is a lot of tequila in there.
This is delicious.
Good, yeah.
Thank you, Galvin.
not mad at that at all.
Yeah, those mixers are good.
Thank you, Galvin. You bought me a margarita machine for my
got it.
birthday. I'm like, well, let's make them.
Let's
Try it out right now.
I like it. We should do this every Friday.
Look, I'm down.
I'd say this is better than Sam Malone.
Disney, I'm sorry that you're not here to partake in Margarita Fridays.
That's okay, man. I'm there in spirit.
Oh, anyway, that was good. Good stuff, Calvin. Thank you.
You got it.
Like, what do? You sip this thing? Because I just want to suck it down. Like when you
I
when you ever go to a
know.
restaurant and they give you fresh squeezed orange juice, you're like, you don't want to drink. You don't want to just one sip. You want to just gulp it all
Oh,
down.
you get the brain freeze.
I don't get brain freeze.
Really?
I've gotten it before, obviously, but I bite ice cream and I can drink cold stuff fast.
It's the worst.
Isn't it weird?
So I didn't put a ton of ice in those, but it's enough where you can
I
drink
like
it
it.
properly and
Yeah,
stuff.
because the straws aren't big, so
Yeah.
it goes through. It is really good.
Good, yeah. Those
Yeah,
are
yeah.
nice watermelon margaritas.
There's more out there. Is what
There
you
is
said?
more out there.
Okay.
There's other ones. There's other drinks. So I can also, obviously we could do pina coladas. We could do rum stuff. We can do mudslides.
I think we do it all.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
a peach
pick a
one
day.
there. There's
Peach?
a peach one.
You have some chocolate salted tequila.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
well.
That
So
would be good in a mudslide.
Yeah. I can
All
do
right,
some
we could
fancy
do
stuff.
that too. I'm not mad at any of this.
Okay, every Friday we'll pick a new drink.
Oh, I meant today.
Oh,
Let's do it all today.
okay.
So finally in news, we were talking about Halloween coming up. It's not too far away. I'm sure you've already seen stuff in the stores. Everybody getting their items ready for Halloween. Well, pick out your watch list. They surveyed 2,000 people. 60% like spooky movies that are eerie, whereas about 27% like movies that are actually frightening.
Yeah.
So if it's got a kind of a, but if it's really scary, they like it. They say Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street was voted the most iconic horror film antagonist.
Nothing scared me more than Nightmare on Elm Street. I didn't like scary movies. I saw it when I was relatively young, and there were so many things. Johnny Depp gets sucked up into the mattress.
Yeah.
I ate a piece
And
of
all
bazooka
that
gum.
blood.
Yeah. I ate a piece of bazooka gum and had a fortune in it, and the fortune said, "You will soon buy a new mattress."
Oh.
Then I was home alone, which I didn't like, and I heard the screeching of metal on metal, and I was in my apartment, in my ghetto apartment building, and I thought, this is how I'm going to die. And I looked through the peephole, and somebody was dragging a washing machine into the house. But I mean, all those things came together, and it was so scary to me. I was afraid to go to sleep.
There's that show on Netflix, The Movies That Made Us, and they did one. They do a bunch of different horror ones, but they did Nightmare on Elm Street. It's pretty interesting to watch it for sure.
Now, other than jump scares, nothing scares me. Jump scare gets me on the phone all the time when I'm watching videos. Because anytime anything just pops out at you, you're like, whoa, what was that? But I watch videos with birds where they just fly away, and I move my head like I'm going to get hit.
The Freddy Krueger movies, the more they made,
That was a joke.
They started getting goofy.
Oh,
towards the
yeah,
end.
yeah, for
Freddy
sure.
started making jokes, and then Freddy's in space, and with
Well,
the
Freddy
versus
vs. Jason.
Well,
Yeah.
remember whenever she's on the phone and Freddy's on there and he goes, "Give me a kiss," and the phone turns into his thing.
But she was
Yeah.
dreaming, though.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
a dream.
Like
so.
he became like comic relief towards the end.
I've never seen any of them.
Oh,
No.
really?
I do do not like scary
Me
movies.
either.
No.
It's good stuff.
Well, Freddy was the most iconic horror film antagonist. He was followed by Chucky from Child's
Oh,
Play.
come on. Who's afraid of that
yeah,
thing?
that's no.
And then Ghostface from Scream. Yeah, none of those are scary.
Well,
to
but
me.
they're iconic,
Scream?
though.
Yeah, because he just pops out.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
but they're iconic. You think of Halloween, you see all three.
Yeah.
But
Three of them.
think about this: if you're really going to be scared by something, Leatherface from Texas
Yeah.
Chainsaw,
And those
just
rednecks
crazy-
that with them. Yeah.
that guy.
It.
Yeah.
What's his name? The clown.
Oh, the
Pennywise?
clown. Yeah, Pennywise.
Pennywise. Yeah.
Exorcist.
Carmen.
I'm telling you guys.
Yes.
I've told you guys this before. You guys think it's that I'm scared of clowns. It's not that I'm scared of clowns. I'm scared of being scared.
Yeah.
I do not like being scared at all.
No, I'm not a fan of it either. I don't like to watch scary movies. Although
Yeah.
sometimes the ones that have like a good story or something are pretty interesting.
I like more suspense.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Like Shining. The Shining,
Suspense,
you know.
yeah, is good and creepy. Yeah,
Yeah.
like that kind of
Shining
stuff.
was so psycho. It was great. Like
Yeah.
you're like, what's going on in this movie? Why are they here? What is going on?
When I
Yeah.
was a kid, it scared the hell out of me.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Red
Great.
rum and the
Did you
Twin
watch?
twins.
Did you watch the follow up, the Doctor Sleep?
no.
You should watch it. It's
I
really
did.
good. The
Yeah.
way that they did it,
and it's not scary.
Ewan
Like
McGregor
yeah.
is in it, and he plays the kid.
Yeah, just
grown
growing
up.
Yeah. I heard a lot of good things about it, but yeah, the first one, because I was pretty young at the time,
Yeah.
it
Sure.
really scared the hell out of me.
Never seen it.
The Shining's great, and The Shining holds up. The Shining
Yeah.
holds
Does
up.
it?
It's
Yeah.
suspenseful. There's some scary stuff in it, but it's mostly suspenseful and creepy, and it's a good story. And you're
Okay.
like,
And then
ooh,
Scatman Crothers, who
Yeah.
before The Shining was only on the Harlem Globetrotters and Scooby Doo, and he's like,
Yeah.
I'm Scatman Crothers. Doo, 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 doo. Now
I'll
he's
watch-
like, you got the shine.
yeah.
I'll watch it during the day.
So I have the top 7 iconic horror films.
Okay.
All right. So think of whenever you think of a horror,
Exorcist.
what comes up first? You say Exorcist. That is number 7.
Really?
Yeah, 1973.
Not number 1.
9% of the people said that's
Halloween.
that's in there. Halloween is actually tied. There's a tie for third. Halloween is in there, 1978.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, not in there.
Night
Friday.
of the Living Dead.
Night of the Living Dead comes in at number 6.
Scream.
What did you say, Mike?
Friday the 13th.
Number 1.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th is in there.
Jason.
Scream, not in the top 7 here. Yeah.
Jason only killed kids trying to have sex in the woods.
Yeah. Yeah. He was
Was
just
it?
mad because he couldn't do it.
Right. Right.
So we got a few other ones still left here. You got number 2, tie for number 3, and
Dracula.
No.
Okay, I thought they'd throw one of those oldies on there.
WDED, Dead in the Morning.
Never saw it.
The top 7 iconic horror films is what we're looking for, Spanish.
Okay.
Welcome back from your poop break.
Thank you.
Return of the Living Dead.
We scared the poop out of Spanish. Return of the Living Dead, no.
So it's Exorcist, it's Friday the 13th, Halloween, Scream.
Might have just talked about this one.
Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on
Oh,
Elm
I thought we
Street
said
comes in
it.
at number 5.
Okay.
Did we say
And-
Chucky?
No.
What do we miss? How many are we missing?
Child's Play is not in the top 7. You're missing 2. Tie for number 3 and number 2.
What about Poltergeist?
No. Poltergeist was
good,
great.
yeah.
Poltergeist
was
1,
great.
really good too.
2 with the creepy old man?
Yeah.
You're missing a very iconic horror film. Very iconic.
People are probably screaming at the radio.
Probably.
I See Dead People. That's not really scary.
Sixth Sense, no. It's not in there.
You say Hellraiser?
Came out in 1976.
The Thing?
No.
Oh, that's a great movie.
We already said Exorcist.
No.
76.
Exorcist was
Rosemary's Baby.
1973. No.
Jaws
Rosemary
count?
Baby, no.
Candyman.
Think of Pig's Blood.
Oh, Carrie.
Carrie. Carrie comes in at number
Carrie,
2.
where John Travolta creates the term "get her done."
Get her
That's
done.
right.
That's
Yep.
totally true.
right.
And then the tie for number 3 with Halloween is An American Werewolf in London.
That's a great
That is
film.
good.
Never saw it.
That's so funny because that was 1981, and him turning into the werewolf. If you look at it now, you're like, I would not be scared of it.
In 81.
But yeah, back then it was knuckles and all that stuff, and you're like, "Whoa."
Hair
That
is
was
growing.
That was why they hired Michael Jackson Adam to do the Thriller video
Yeah.
because John Landis had done American Werewolf in London.
Yeah, but he couldn't even play basketball, so I wasn't impressed.
That's Teen Wolf.
Totally different.
Different.
Totally.
So there you go. Your top iconic horror film, number 1, Friday the 13th.
So I remember when I saw what's the one where she crawls into the TV? No, she
Ring.
The Ring.
That one's pretty good.
So the Ring, I was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And then the first time they showed them when they watch it and they get, that scared me.
Have you ever seen Children of the Corn?
Yeah,
Oh, sure.
Malachi.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
Some I watched one. Like what would scare me more was like Twilight Zone episodes. They had this Twilight Zone episode where this guy drove down the road, ran into these people. These people were trying to kill him, and then they kept trying to leave, and the road just kept bringing him back to the people. And I went, "Oh, that's scary. You can't get out of there." That kind of stuff.
Last House on the Left.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
that's a great
that's
one.
scary
There's a
one.
good old one with Sam Neill called Into the Mouth of Madness. That's pretty good.
Anything that involves mongoloid-looking people to me freaks me out.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about, maybe mongoloid wasn't the right word because I don't mean it scientifically. I just mean the ones that are just like missing some sort of
Yeah.
chromosome or something. They got weird teeth and like, hey, what are you doing here in our backyard?
Joe,
know?
you may know what the movie is. I forget what it is. So it's pretty brutal, and it's old. It's probably 70s, something maybe 80s. There is a woman, and she's out in the woods, and a bunch of guys.
Stuff
Yeah,
to her.
that's called I Spit on Your Grave.
I spit on your grave.
Yeah.
I spit on
I
your grave.
saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, and
What a
then
creep.
so she gets revenge on them.
Oh, yeah.
and goes after him, and she is in the bathtub with one of the guys,
yeah.
and the guy thinks that it's sexy time, and she's being all sexy and stuff, and then all of a sudden you see her reach over the bathtub and grab a knife, and she goes,
Yeah, ooh.
and he goes, and just blood everywhere.
And you see everything.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
do.
it's great.
It is brutal.
I used to have a porno where these guys went into a girl's dorm and had sex with all the girls, maybe not with consent.
Mm-hmm.
And then the girls, to get even, they went and found the guys, but before they killed them, they had sex with them again because they fooled them.
Oh, that'll teach
Smart. Yeah.
And then at the end, they pull out machine guns and they kill them
Wait.
all.
Right.
Have you ever seen
What
the
kind
movie?
of porn do you have?
It was early 80s VHS porn.
Anybody seen the movie Teeth?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
have. I've seen it.
You mean Tusk?
No,
No.
Teeth.
There's a movie, I think it's called Clown.
Dude,
Is
that
that-
is a great movie.
He falls backwards into the dishwasher with knives standing up.
Oh, spoiler alert.
No.
But
No.
so the guy wants to have a clown
Yes.
for his kid's birthday
Yeah,
party.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
That's not
And
that
then
movie.
he can't get a guy or something, so he rents a thing, whatever. But then it winds up he cannot get rid of the clown.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Can't
yeah.
take the nose off.
Dude.
Yeah,
And
he
he-
keeps on coming back, and he has to go to work, and he's like trying to shave it and do all this stuff. Yeah,
And he becomes the creature that you hear about in like the old stories, like the clown that was eating children and stuff. When
Right.
he comes in at the end, it's crazy.
So I like more of the Twilight Zone mind-bending
oh
stuff.
yeah, that's great.
There was one series that HBO had. I can't remember what it was, but one of the episodes was a college couple, and it was a young Asian girl, super hot, and she was dating the guy, and the guy liked the little finger, and he asked her to do that, and she was like, "Oh, that's kind of weird." Then the next day, when she was done, she went and washed her hands. And the next day, she's like smelling her finger, and she can't like get the smell off, and she's scrubbing it, and then she's like doing all these things to it. Then finally, at the end, she loses her mind and cuts her finger off. Oh, it was good. It was a good story though.
Yeah,
It was good. I like those. What was the one with not Twilight Zone, but the other one?
Dark Shadows.
the Crypt,
No.
Tales from the Crypt.
Maybe it was Tales from
Those
the
are
Crypt.
pretty good.
The one where the movie though, where the guy can't quit smoking and he goes into the program.
Oh,
Oh,
that
yeah.
was Stephen King. Cat's Eye.
Cat's Eye. Yeah, that's that was.
Is that Stephen King or
where the
no?
cat steals the breath. The cat stealing.
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
James Woods was in
Yeah.
that.
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
Yeah.
So
And they
that
start
was a
killing
bunch
you?
of little stories. The first one was
Vignettes, yeah.
they used to say cats were baby killers. Like the cat would steal a baby's breath because it would smell the milk and it would suck it in while their baby was sleeping. That's real. That's true. And then you find out it wasn't a cat. It's this little creature that used to go suck the baby's breath out, and the cat actually saved the baby because it attacked the little creature. Then later on, there was an episode with James Woods where he was trying to quit smoking.
It
and
is
they-
Stephen King.
Yes, and they tell him, this is a program where they're going to follow him and they're going to make sure he quits smoking, whatever. And what they do is they torture his wife. They cut her fingers off and all that stuff. Yeah. And later on,
Every
he's
time
like,
he smokes, they take another finger.
And then at the end, he's like, I finally quit smoking. I've been, and his wife's like got her bandages on her hands and all. Yeah, it's pretty. That's the kind of stuff that I like. Those stupid things where the girl.
When they torture the wives.
Where the girl thinks she's a baby, but then turns out she's not a baby,
Yeah.
and she's got weird teeth and all
The
that.
craziest Twilight Zone, the one that gives me goosebumps every time I watch it, is the guy that it wakes up in a town and it's just him. Except every place he goes, it looks like somebody was just there. Like there's a plate of hot food left over
Oh,
or
yeah.
a cigar left over, and he finds out that he's just in like somebody's marionette set.
Oh,
Like,
right.
Yeah, like
in a
aliens
terrarium.
kidnapped him. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mike, have
in
you
a zoo.
watched any Black Mirror?
I haven't.
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys,
those are great.
you guys
love
have
it.
freaked me out.
No,
I
it's
gotta
so
watch
good.
it.
You would love it because it's very Twilight Zone,
Yeah.
very like that, but it's very well done.
Yeah. I
Have you
do
seen
love
any
it.
of the new ones?
Yeah.
No,
The
I
one
don't
with
think
Aaron
so.
Paul.
Oh,
What'd you say?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
The guy from Breaking Bad.
Aaron Paul.
Aaron Paul.
Oh, Aaron.
Pinkman.
I didn't know what you said. I just said something about balls. I was like, what?
No, Aaron Paul. He
Yeah.
is in an episode of the new season that just came out this year, like a couple months ago. That one, they're all really good. But
What is the premise of that one? Is
They're in
he
space.
In space, okay,
Yeah.
and with Josh Hartnett.
Yep.
Yeah. I did see that.
yeah, that one's part of the new one. And then what is it? The Netflix. Jane is
Jane is awful.
Jane is awful.
Yeah.
With
Where you
the
don't
social media.
Yeah.
No, that one. The Jane is awful is where you don't read your agreement,
Oh,
so
yes.
Netflix makes
Yes.
a show about her.
and
makes
it-
about a show about everybody.
Yeah, it's the girl from Creek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Creek.
S Creek.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's interesting.
They're
I
good.
miss so many shows because there's just so much stuff to watch.
Yeah.
So, and then I get in bed and I'm like, tonight's night I'm going to try Black Mirror, and I get in there and I'm like, oh, look what's on Entourage.
But you
And
know
just
what?
watch
You know what I found, that all the streaming services have like season where they come out. Like right now, Netflix is on fire because they have a bunch of specials that just came out, like stand-up specials,
Right.
and then the Black Mirror. So they kind of controlled the summer, and then to go to winter, it'll be Hulu that puts out a bunch of new stuff or gets a bunch of new
And then I can't remember, like, do we
catalog.
have Hulu? I don't even know if we have Hulu, and I just give up.
But they all have like a season where they're really good, and right now it just happens to be Netflix.
Netflix has a bunch of new movies coming out
Yeah.
too. They have one with Benicio del Toro and Justin Timberlake and Michael Pitt. It's
Yeah, it
called
looks good.
Reptile. Yeah, where
I feel
Benicio
like,
is
by
a
the way-
detective.
Yeah.
I feel like this NSYNC reunion is not going to be good because I feel like Justin Timberlake's having second thoughts now. Did you see
He'll
him?
do it like halfway,
Yeah,
and then
like-
pull out.
Yeah, like, did you see
Yeah.
him on Hot Ones yesterday? They're all like, oh, we're going on the Hot Ones. What are you doing? Justin's like, I've already done this. This is
Yeah.
terrible. I don't
Yeah.
want to do this again. Like, I feel like he's like, I'm regretting every second of
Yeah,
this.
I'm going if
Yeah.
they're close.
Oh,
to
I'm
here.
going too.
Yeah,
Have you seen
For
there's a lot
sure.
of reels right now of like 40-year-old moms like doing the laundry
Yep.
to NSYNC songs and
NSYNC's good, man.
Yeah.
They're
I'm
great.
so proud that when they came out, I was like, I don't hate NSYNC.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, they suck. I'm like, no, they don't. By the way, I think Nick Carter's going to be on the show next week.
yeah, I think Friday.
Okay, good. We'll talk to him. We got to take a break mostly because I have to pee so bad. You have no idea. I'm going to go do that. And then, so I have a panel on my screen that's missing, right? And the guy who did it as a favor because he doesn't normally do it. But then one of the ones he put on popped off and he wouldn't come fix it. So I'm like, God damn it. So I can't ever find anybody that could come out here and do that. So then I got a neighborhood magazine, and in that magazine there was an ad for this company, and I called them yesterday. This is probably the most stalkerish thing. I called them yesterday, and I talked to the lady that owns the company, and she sounded so hot that I Googled her.
Oh, you are such a creep.
I just wanted to see.
You gonna find a picture of her and find out where she is?
No. I just wanted to see.
yeah.
I'm like, I can't imagine she's coming out here to rescreen my screen because she sounds so
Oh,
hot.
that's why.
Yeah. No. I mean, if she is, I'm gonna watch her on the camera.
Yeah. Yeah, hit
Then it
record.
also came up and it said that she owned the screening company, also psychic. And I was like, oh, I wonder if
think
she
she'll
knew
do a
I was
reading?
calling. Well, that's what I thought. I'm like, she's here now. We should bring her in here and have her do a reading while
If
she's
she's
here.
psychic, do you think she knows that you were creeping on her?
Yeah.
Probably.
Like she can see in the future, like, oh, this guy's
Some girls
totally-
are very flattered by that.
She's gonna be like,
you
I
know.
feel like you just got a new margarita machine.
Maybe she wants a
If I have
margarita.
one, I'll let you.
Maybe
Okay.
she wants a margarita.
Yeah.
One margarita, gonna put it in. Gonna do it on the screen. All right, we got to take a break. We'll be back. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone.
You're We now return to Tampa Bay's #1 morning show, The Mike Calta Show.
8:35 on the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Our phone number 727-579-1025 or 800-771-1025. Don't forget, Monday we got the tailgate party. It's happening, brought to you by our friends at Bud Light and the Brisket Shop and Grill and Provisions. It's going to be at Ohio and Himes, and you need to win your way in. It's free, but you need to win tickets. You can do that by registering online at theboneonline.com. And, of course, we'll give them away at some point on the show this morning. I will be out there. I heard Sapp's coming by. You never know who's going to drop by. Martine will be out there, not at the tailgate, but signing autographed copies, or he'll be autographing copies of his new book. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Is this Mr. Mike Calter?
Not Calter, like ER. What can I do for you, sir?
I'm a New Yorker.
Okay.
Can you find out why your people keep putting us to commercials out here on the roadways when we're working hard?
Okay, I'm on it, sir. Thank you. Hey, I got this. I
People don't.
don't know what you want, sir. We have to play commercials. It's what pay for the station, but whatever. I got this message on, we have Medicine Man. I've been putting Medicine Man on the air since 1996, and everything seemed to be going well. He'd do some fun stuff for us. We'd give him tickets, and we'd pay for stuff for him. We bailed him out of jail a couple of times. We got a lawyer for him, but this local idiot wrote a column, and he starts 2 columns right away.
Everybody else hearing things. Sorry to interrupt you, but are you hearing stuff in the background?
I don't hear anything.
Listen. Yeah. Is the TV on, or is somebody
Yes.
playing something?
The TV.
That
on?
one has noise.
0.
Shut it down.
0.
That was at 1.
Okay.
I
Everybody
don't
good
know.
now?
Sorry, I kept
Yeah.
on hearing it. And I'm looking around the room and I can't concentrate. Sorry.
Oh, so Medicine Man. So this guy writes a blog or whatever he does, and he wrote 2 stories about how I'm mean to Medicine Man.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, well then that's the case. If you love Medicine Man so much, you bail him out of jail, you take care of him, you buy him food for Thanksgiving, and
Give
do
him
all the
clothes
things that
and
we've
give him
done.
tickets and do everything else. Yeah.
So we don't put him on the show anymore. That guy ruined everything, and Medicine Man's the one that has to deal with it. I don't have to. I just don't talk to him anymore now. But he still calls me every day.
Asking for tickets?
Hey, there, Mike Calta, your man, Mr. Legend Medicine Man. I hope you get the charts from eating inferior food on your birthday and probably wake up with a very epic case of explosive diarrhea. Well, happy birthday anyway. So your man, Mr. Legend Medicine Man.
He's going crazy because you're not talking to him.
That guy is the same age as my father. And it
Yeah.
blows my mind.
Yeah.
Blows my mind because he's not mental. He's just a little weird.
Yeah.
He's
out there.
might be a little mental, but he's a full-grown adult that takes care of himself.
I feel like he's a real-life Beavis and Butthead rolled into one.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Like he's Beavis and Butthead.
Right.
Beef head.
Yeah. I miss talking to him because he still calls my cell phone all the time.
He does?
I don't answer. Yeah.
You can talk to him off air, right?
No, I can't.
We're
No.
done talking
Yeah.
to him like completely.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that guy George is talking to him.
I don't think so.
Medicine Man, we like you. You're the man, the myth, the legend, but old-ass George got it.
Yeah.
George is like a Karen. He's like a man Karen. Had to get involved, had to ruin things for everybody. Everybody was happy until Karen George opened
Not
his stupid
cool.
mouth. No.
Now medicine myself first.
My favorite thing is this is the same guy that every time I see him, he's always like, "Hey, how you doing, man?"
Of course.
Like if you had something to say to me, say it right there when you're in my face, so I can ignore you and just walk away. Don't talk to us on the station. We don't have big egos.
Yeah.
That's right.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah. Dizzy,
Yep.
what do you have going on this weekend?
Just hanging out with this girl I've been talking to.
Where do you meet her? Do you meet her through the station or what?
Actually, she slid in my DM. She's a listener.
Oh, get it, Diz.
The one that was thinking
Easy.
about doing an OnlyFans?
No, I had to think about that for a second. No. She blocked me. That girl blocked me.
She did?
No,
After you
I
said
don't
she was
know.
ugly?
No, I put her in the message request, so I don't even know. But yeah, someone that just slid in my DMs that called in one time, and I put her on air. I was actually on Drew's show, and then she slid my DMs. She was like, I was so nervous, but you made me feel good. And I was like, yeah, let's keep this feel good going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're like, I'll make you feel good.
Yeah.
Are you coming on the cruise again this year?
Yes. You know,
are?
it wouldn't be a cruise without your stunt double. Which
It's
is
true.
me. Yeah.
It's true. Imagine the girl who's like, I made sweet love to Mike Calta last night. They're like, that's Mike Calta. And she's like, that I did not have sex
Describe Mike Calta. Little guy.
Yeah.
with. Adorable little man. Yeah. No, I'm dreading this weekend. I'm going to be honest with you. Tonight I'm going out. I have a dinner planned tonight, but then
Where are you
tomorrow. Why you gotta know everything?
Well, you say dinner, it just makes me think. I'm hungry.
What if I have a date and I was cheating on my wife? You just ruined everything.
Yeah, way to go,
You're
Carmin.
saying it on here.
I'm not. I'm going to, I think I'm going to Meat Market.
Oh,
I'm excited for that. It's gonna
Yeah.
be great.
You guys are gonna have a good time.
It wouldn't be the first time we went.
No, this is true. You guys were gonna come, but you got stuck home with your girlfriend.
Nope,
Yeah.
that's
No,
not what
that's
happened.
not- we got snubbed.
Yeah.
That was the night we were snubbed.
That is
No.
what happened.
No.
Yeah,
You guys snubbed.
100%. And then
But-
you blamed our sweet girlfriends.
The way I heard it is they called you and your girlfriends were in the background.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
just
not
hung
true.
up and
Cackling.
No,
Yeah.
that's not true.
Cat-
You were
That's
like,
what
we're
I
gonna
heard.
go out, and then all of a sudden we heard, "You're not going anywhere, JD."
Yeah.
Well,
That
at
actually
the time,
did
that
happen.
may
Going
actually
out
have been
again,
true.
JD.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't need
Yeah,
that.
Karishma was happy. She could care less if I went out.
I don't
How's
believe
the new
that.
one
100%.
going?
Going good.
Sugar face?
Okay. Still going?
Your eyes are saying
Yeah.
it's not going good.
No, I'm
You're
not
saying two. Yeah, there's two different things
And
coming
your
from your.
your voice is going up too.
Oh, man.
May I take this one, Joe?
Yes, Michael.
Joe and Sugar Pants seem to be doing really good. The big difference between this girlfriend and last girlfriend is this girlfriend likes him and treats him nice. I didn't say that, the last girlfriend could have loved him, but this one likes him
Yeah.
and treats him good, and they're always in good moods together.
A
And
lot
they
of
do fun
A
stuff.
lot of people are saying things.
Nobody's saying
What
that.
are you hearing? Gio? What are you hearing?
Word on the street.
Yeah, a lot of
Spanish,
people
can we
saying
get the
things.
fulls?
I can't give you the fulls anymore. Joe gets
Why?
all upset.
Give
Won't
us the
talk to me.
fulls.
Look at me. Look at me. Are there problems?
Yeah.
No.
Go like this with your eyebrows if there are problems. Is it about the dog?
No, everybody loves the dog.
What's the problem, Joe? Tell me.
Have,
what's
they,
the
Joe's
have you
fine.
had your first fight?
No.
No, they haven't.
Nah.
No, they
Their
don't.
Was it-
first
was it
fight?
about
What was
Zoe?
it about?
No, absolutely not. Was definitely not about Zoe.
I could not.
So it
imagine,
happened.
I could
No,
not
it's
imagine
not
you
that-
guys have been together this long and have not had a fight.
No.
If
there
you're
has not-
around Joe for more than an hour, you're fighting.
Joe and I
Wow.
have been friends for 30 years. We never had a fight.
That's right.
Mhm.
That's very true.
Joe, we've never had a fight.
That's correct.
Never.
Yeah.
We never had sex
No.
either.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I mean,
They never fight.
You see them fighting?
I don't see anything. My eyes don't
You
work
hear
when I get
it?
home. I don't hear anything either.
He's lying.
You have headphones on right now. You hear?
Huh?
Yes, you hear.
Where am I?
A lot of people are saying things.
Yeah, they're saying
Nobody's saying
things.
things.
No,
I
everybody.
can't tell you who because I don't want to hurt your feelings.
Did you say the wrong name in bed?
Yep.
No.
No.
Oh my God.
I
He
can
says
see
Spanish.
Joe. Yeah, I can see Joe doing that.
Oh
Oh,
man.
Spanish. Oh, Spanish.
Naked again, JD.
I'm hearing the sugar ain't as sweet as it used to be.
No,
That's
yeah.
what I'm hearing.
A lot of
Neither
people
of
say that.
pants.
The bloom is still on the rose.
Oh.
What?
The bloom is on the rose.
The bloom is on the rose.
No
No.
seeds for purchase.
The admiral's on the
Rose
poop
is
deck.
the bloom.
The what, Joe?
The admiral is on the poop deck.
Uh-huh.
The bloom is on the rose.
You guys are into that, huh?
Everything's good.
She got the Wayuns.
She's got the Walyuns all the time for me, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. She can't
So
get enough.
you don't have the Wayuns for her.
I do.
Yeah.
We have the same Walyuns.
I know Joe has been trying to talk to me about football now because he's
That's not trying to
he's
talk to you
forced to watch football
Right.
with Sugar Pants.
Yeah.
but
She
she's
likes
like-
football?
She
She likes
likes
football.
She
football.
does football.
So then Joe will try to talk football to me. Hey man, did you watch the big game this weekend?
The big game.
Is that who's
such a
making your
liar.
picks this year?
Oh, he'd be doing way
Yeah,
better if she
100%.
did.
No.
And Joe hates
He has a
sports,
win.
and
Yeah.
he's now forced to watch sports.
Dude, I was in my room the other day, and I know they were watching the Bucks game.
Yeah.
And from the living room, I hear Joe go like this. I just hear, yeah! And I was like, who is this guy?
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I was looking so forward to watching the game on Sunday, and I went fishing that morning. And when I came back, I was on the couch, and I put my hand up like to do the "I'm sleeping but I'm hiding it" kind of thing. And I heard my wife go, "Oh!" And I went, "Oh!" Mike Evans was running with the ball. I was like, "Yes, go!" Yeah, sometimes you gotta
He's a
just
good
dive
runner,
into
that
it.
Mike Evans. He's a good runner.
He is a good runner. He's a good
Great
runner.
runner.
Yeah.
Joe is telling me all about it.
What
got a
position does he play again?
Yeah, the running guy.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah.
He's actually not the running guy.
He's
He's a
the
good
receiving
runner.
guy. The
He is the
receiving-
receiving guy. Yeah.
He's a catcher.
Yeah.
No.
Don't
Catcher.
don't be mean to him, Gio. He was genuinely excited to talk to you about football.
I know. Baker Mayfield is the thrower.
Beaker?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield.
Baker, not Beaker Mayfield.
Okay, well that guy.
I feel like Joe is looking to like bond with me through
Yeah.
football.
No,
100%.
Like father and son.
100%. Yeah.
Not happening.
Yeah.
He's been trying to bond
Yeah.
with you.
Listen,
Yeah.
I've been trying because I think you need to understand how to accept love and thank you and be appreciative of people, Gio, so you could know love. So yes, I am trying to
And
help
you're not
you.
such a drag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll make you less of a drag. Come over and give me a hug.
Come to Papa.
I think somebody's drunk on margaritas.
I gotta tell you,
Here.
I was just thinking about that. I'm a little buzzed.
Yeah.
You're
Like
There's more.
I'm in that cloudy, like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
hug you in your stinky bone hoodie.
Come on, give me a hug, bro.
Hey, by the way, he is wearing his bone hoodie again, the one
Yeah.
that you always say he's not wearing.
Yeah.
But there is something different about him today. Do you notice anything?
Was he doing video?
Nope. He's got the vest on. But there's something about you, Joe, that I just can't nail it. What am I missing?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. You got your pants, you got your shoes.
What do you think What do you think it could
It's
possibly?
almost like something's missing. It's almost like is there no shirt? No, you have a shirt and no pants.
I gotta think about it.
Think about it. Think about it.
Kind of reeks of
Trying
failure.
to catch the vibe. Catching the vibe. Gio is a terrible person.
Get the football vibe.
Well, it's no hat day. It's no hat day. A Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is a hat day. It's no hat day. It's no hat day. Oh, don't you wish that every day was a no hat day?
What?
Oh, don't you wish? Blam ba doom, blam ba doom, blam ba doom. That every day. Woo! That's right. Was a no hat day. Thank you.
Yeah, there we go. We haven't had no hat day in a long time.
It took me a while to remember it. I'm sorry.
I'm out of breath just from watching you do it.
When's no dirty hoodie day?
When's no drag day?
Oh, it's no drag day.
Yeah,
it's no drag day.
Why can't Gio ever not be a drag today?
He's got no dad day. He's got no dad
He only had a dad day.
day. You took it too far. You took it too far.
It's the reason he's a drag.
Thank you. Poor Gio.
Kind of turned on you, Gio.
That's all right. I'm going to meat market tonight, so it's all
You're
okay.
not going in.
Not before you go to the doctor, though.
Yeah. I do got to go to the cardiologist today.
Oh,
what?
man.
Heart.
Why? Because the whole show's getting old.
Yeah.
You go all the time. Like he goes all the time though.
Yeah, but you know
You're
what?
supposed
That's
to.
what you're supposed to do when you have good health.
Not that much.
How often do you go?
Every 3 months.
Really?
That seems like a lot.
You're going to get old too,
You have
Carmen.
different doctors too. Like he's going to the heart doctor, not his regular primary care physician.
Right.
I was there last week.
Yeah.
He's going to
That's a lot.
I call his heart doctor the I think I'm dying doctor, please help doctor.
Yeah.
So I went to the doctor yesterday, and prior to going, I had to get my blood work done and stuff. And I am on testosterone because my testosterone was very low. And I was,
We could tell by your lack of aggressive. Oh no, wait. No.
my testosterone was 150 in May. I got it tested yesterday.
160.
840.
Oh, poor Jenny. Oh, Jenny must be limping around the house.
My wife asked me. She goes, "How much are you taking?" And I go, "All of it."
What is
Get
it
over
supposed
here.
to be?
It's supposed to be, I think, between like 600 to 1,000 or somewhere in there. Yeah,
Okay.
mine was super low.
Mine's
Mine was
low
super-
too. It happens when you get old and you
Yeah,
get fat.
you just lose it. Yeah.
I was just wondering what the normal, because like for your heart rate, it's what, like anything under 120
Right.
is
100,
decent.
yeah,
Yeah, so
100.
I didn't know.
I have like moderately low testosterone, and but I don't have any of the effects of it. And then when I use the testosterone cream, I don't feel any different.
Yeah, because the testosterone cream is BS.
Yeah?
That's nothing. Yeah, you got to inject.
Because a doctor told me to use that. so-
Yeah, but a lot of doctors told me a lot of stuff. That it really, that's like if you were to.
But I was never really that low. It's just they said you're in the average, but a lower end of that.
it was like if your pool's too cold and you go, oh, let me warm it up, and you poured a cup of hot water in there.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
that's nothing. Instead of putting a fire hose in there with hot
I don't know if this is good for your
I was
heart.
saying, I don't know if I need that.
Seriously, how much are you taking?
Galvin's mixing it with Dynaball and some other stuff. Yeah.
Are you supposed to drink it? Are you supposed
Do you have extra?
No, it's good though. I definitely feel it.
Yeah?
Like I have way more energy. I feel better. You know.
Yeah. I remember I was taking the shots, and the sales girl was giving me. Well, she was
She was
arranging.
giving you the
That's
shots.
Yeah.
not safe.
How do I get that?
She had the
I don't know
nurse
that
come to the station to give me the shots when we were doing afternoons. Like
Yeah.
on Wednesday, she would meet me there at 2:00 because John Brennan would be in there doing prep, and I just walk in there and pull my pants down in front of him to get the shot. And the lady was like, "Are you feeling the difference?" I'm like, "I don't know." And she goes, "Are you waking up?" You know, I go, "But that probably happens 3 times a week all the time. You know,
Yeah.
mostly because I have to pee, not because of my sexual prowess. You know." It's just I've never had any problem there. I do feel a little lethargic sometimes, but that could be for a number of reasons.
Yeah.
So who knows? I like my doctor, so whatever he says, I'm good with. Because I know they do the pellets too, where you can get them in there for a little while, and they just slowly dissolve or whatever they do.
I just, Saturday morning, take a shower, crank up some Slayer, and then just inject myself.
Yeah.
It's good.
That does not sound safe.
Did anyone see the video of Dave Portnoy calling out the woman from the Washington Post?
I did.
Oh, yeah.
It was great.
It's great, but I wonder if he's going to get in trouble. He did tell her he was recording, but I don't know if he made it clear to her. But I'm not interested in getting him in trouble. I'm just
I
curious.
watched the whole thing, and multiple times she goes, I know you're recording me.
Okay, all right, well, that's good.
She's like, I'm not recording you, though, just so you know.
He called her up because and this is the worst. She was calling his advertisers. So they're doing this big pizza fest, and the pizza fest has some big sponsors, and she was calling the sponsors to do a news story, and she claimed it wasn't a negative news story, but she was starting the conversation with, you're sponsoring Dave Portnoy's Pizza Fest, and he's been accused of being a misogynist and having other issues and
Sexual
sexual
assault
nature.
allegations,
Yeah.
yeah.
By the way, not misogynist, misogynist.
Misogynic behavior. Yeah.
No, I know, but he kept on saying it wrong.
No,
In
he
his
was
thing.
saying a different word. He wasn't saying misogynist. He was saying she was telling people he was guilty of misogynic behavior, and that he has a tendency to be that way with women and all that. And he kept saying to her, "You're telling my advertisers this," and she's like, "Yeah, but I'm only just trying to get the information from them. I wasn't really trying to attack you." And he goes, "It's a total hit piece. That's why you would do it." And that is the lowest form of anything. When they can't get anything on you and they start going to your advertisers, it's because they can't do anything for themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, she can't write a good story about what he wants to do until she feels like she's accomplished something by getting the advertisers to pull out.
And that's all it is now. Is everything's a hit piece.
Cancel.
Everything's got to be a hit piece. You know what I mean? Like, you can't go, hey, they're having a big pizza fest.
It's a pizza fest. It's not a pizza sex party.
Right? Yeah.
Well,
It's so weird.
People just don't like him, so they're trying to do whatever they can to take him down.
She didn't seem like she didn't like him. She seemed like she was just trying to write a good article, and she went the low. She even said, "I just went the lowest example because I wanted a reaction."
He's like, "Why didn't you just call me?" She's like, "Oh, I was going." She's like, "But I'm reaching out to you now."
Yeah, exactly.
And it's supposed to be coming out in like 2 days, and you've contacted like every advertiser.
Yeah, it's pretty garbage, but it's good that guys like him could go ahead and call those people out. And the reason why he can do it and most people can is because he's worth $100 million.
Yeah,
He owns his own company now.
She scheduled to sit down and have a meeting with him, and she canceled.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Because he was talking yesterday. Yeah,
10 a.m. the next day, whatever, they wound up canceling.
She's like, he's like, all right, it's like, how about tomorrow 10 a.m. we sit down, we'll discuss all this, and now he's saying
I
that
felt like she was just trying to get him off the phone. Though.
Exactly, yeah. She wanted to get off because he totally blindsided her with the phone call.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that she even talked to him.
Yeah.
I would have just been like, hey, no, I'm not interested in hang up. But that was it's very interesting. He is the guy that is one of the few people, like this whole thing with David Wells and the Nike thing. David Wells is like, I'm going to say what I feel and tell you what I want because I can't be canceled. I don't play baseball anymore. I have my own money. I don't work for anybody else. Nobody you can't cancel me for something if I don't do anything, you know? And he is speaking his mind. And I think more people should do that. Whether you believe in what they're saying or not, they should have the right to do that without having to worry about being canceled by somebody who has nothing to do. This woman wasn't offended by Portnoy at all. She was like, I actually like you. And he's like, well, you wouldn't know that by the fact that you're trying to mess with my business. That's interesting to me.
When they write these pieces, though, that gets a ton of traction, a ton of hits online.
And
That's
it's
why they're doing
clickbait.
it. Yeah.
People do that to me whenever they could try and find some sort of angle. Instead of worrying about their own people, they go to advertisers and they were like, oh, did you hear him? He said boobies and nuts on the air the other day. You should not advertise with this guy. Thankfully, most of my advertisers are like, we've been listening to this guy for 30 years. We know what he does. That's why we advertise. We're happy with it. And you make yourself look dumb because it's like you can't sell your product, so you have to try to just sell against me. And that it shows you the reality of how bad your product is. It's just awful. I don't talk about ratings on the air because, one, you're really not supposed to. But I am going to break the rules here for a second. I'm going to tell you this. We do very well in the ratings. It's no secret, and we're very happy and very lucky. But you can really break down the ratings by days and hours. And if I do an interview, I could find out if that interview is successful or not. That's why I don't like to do phone interviews, because I could tell that sometimes, especially when the connection isn't good, people tune out. And I don't like that. I don't want to lose any listeners. On the morning of the hurricane, just to give you an example, this show is #1. It is currently #1. I'm making up a number with, say, a 14 share. Okay.
Now, what does that mean? Can I ask? Like, what is share?
Percentage of the people listening, but
So
it's based on
14% of people.
But it's based on how many people are listening and how long they're listening. So it's a big formula. And the idea, and I'm making up the number. It's not a 14 share. It's high, but say a 14 share, but second place is a single digit number. So we are that far ahead of second place. That's good. That's an average for us, and that's good. But on the morning of the hurricane, and this is an actual number, which I know they don't like us to do, but I feel like this is worth talking about. I feel like this is newsworthy. If you have an average of a 14 share, and you say, oh, how's that show? It does well. It's averages between a 10 and a 14, okay? You're like, oh, that's pretty good. On the morning of the hurricane, this show, 6 to 10 a.m., adults 25-54, had a rating score of 52.3. 52.3.
It's like my testosterone levels.
Quadruple.
Now, when it was sent to me, they said, we have to check this out. This has got to be a mistake. And they came back and go, no, this is the number, 52.3. And as Gio pointed out, is because we will give you all the information on the hurricane like a news station would do. If there's an emergency, if there's some help we could do for the community, we're going to be all over it. But when it's not, we're going to be here making fart jokes until something serious happens and keep doing the show that we do every day. And it seems that day, everybody in Tampa listened to the show.
Yeah, and Gio was very angry about it. It seemed like, about how he's like, people want to listen to fart jokes, not news. I was like, calm down, Gio.
He was right.
I mean,
he was definitely right.
Very aggressive about the fart jokes. Yeah.
There's nothing in the morning that anybody could do to say to you, hey, there's a hurricane in the Gulf. It may be coming here. It looks like it's not. We'll keep you posted. You can only repeat that so many times before you bore the entire audience.
Right.
If you say to them, there's a hurricane, it could be a threat to us. Right now it's not. We will let you know as soon as it changes.
Or you could bore them out of their minds by talking about the hurricane that's not coming here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Then it's like, okay, well, it's not coming here. Why are you giving me all this information
Let's
about
check with 9 different weathermen to tell you the same story.
The information doesn't change at all, but they present it as new information.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'd rather take the Dennis Phillips route where you go, hey, we'll let you know when they have to panic. And certainly when a real situation comes, whether it be a hurricane or any sort of disaster, if we can get on the air, they were like, hey, we're just going to do best of because, we'd have to do it from this location and we can't do that. And I was like, we can do it from my house. We'll all be here. We'll all be fine. And we did it. So we chose to go on and beyond, and certainly were rewarded with a 52.3 share, which means more than half the people in Tampa Bay were listening that morning to this show. So I'm happy for that, and I know other people right now are fact-checking me so they can go settle against it, but it's true. And but I think that the more important thing is to really tell you is we appreciate our listening audience, and we know what you're coming to us for, but in those times where things get serious, it will be our priority. It will definitely be our priority where we get on the air and we help people find medicine if they need it, if they're in a shelter, if they need to know where to go. We'll do all of that first. But so we appreciate you checking it out and sticking with it and telling your friends and doing all that other stuff.
Now back to Margarita Friday.
I got to tell you, I think I'm done. I mean, I'm already cloudy in the head.
2 margaritas. Where do we going to put it?
Yeah.
I thought that was one.
Yeah, whatever. If you haven't, I know we mentioned a couple of times this morning, we were talking off the air about it. If you haven't watched Shane Gillis' special on Netflix, you're missing out on a very funny stand-up comedy.
He's
special.
got a free one on YouTube. If you don't have Netflix for some reason, he has a free one on YouTube that's from Austin that's hilarious. But then, his new one that's on Netflix is called Beautiful Dogs, and it's great.
I haven't watched Jared Freeds. We talked to him a couple of weeks ago, but we had him on the air. And a lot of guys, which is weird because I know girls like Jared.
Yeah.
A lot of guys email me and they said, hey, man, I heard that guy. I checked out and I really liked it. So we'll usually tell you when the good stuff's happening.
Because I watched Jared Freed. It's, excuse me. It's a lot about like dating. So if you're someone who's not
younger, maybe.
Yeah, but like if you're someone who's ever used a dating app, men, women, whatever. If you've used a dating app before, you will relate to this so hard. Like you'll relate to his special so hard.
So jealous of dating. Let me tell you why I'm jealous.
But
of
even
dating.
even if you're not, you'll get it too.
Here's why. I have to go to Dallas tomorrow for one day. I'd love to be like, hey, you want to go to dinner tomorrow while I'm in Dallas? You know what I mean? I don't know anybody there, and I'm going to eat dinner by myself.
They have Friend Finder.
Also, you're married, so
Yeah.
don't forget about that.
I'm
part.
saying if
And
I was single,
you're on the radio talking about it right now.
if I was single, I wouldn't do that. I'm just saying if I was single.
I just think the percentage of dates you would go on isn't worth all the having all the apps. Does that make sense?
No.
Is
all
there
the trouble?
Is there an actual hookup app out there?
I don't even need that. Like, I like to date a girl if a girl is, fun and cute, and I like that. Like, I could tell you right away on our first date if I'm ever going to talk to you again or you're going to ever talk to me again, like if we gel or not,
Yeah.
And if I meet someone and I like them, I'm like, all right, this is cool. And then in the next week I meet somebody else. Now I got 2 friends.
Yeah,
I
but
would just put in my thing. I'd put I like what happens after 3 margaritas.
That's pretty good.
yeah. But the amount of catfishing that goes on,
I'm
because
sure.
like even though, especially we talked about it earlier, like the filters, you see a girl and you're like, oh, she's cute, I can tell there's a filter, it's not that bad. You get there and you're like, holy moly, that was a great filter.
Yeah.
Or you get there and she looks like a moving truck.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean? Like there are a bunch of things, and then on top of that, their personalities. Most of them are duds. They don't know how to talk to people in
That's
person.
guys. You're dealing with guys.
Yes.
Girls are much better.
No, that's not true.
No.
that's not true.
I would
Yeah.
imagine there's plenty of duds.
Right.
But guys look past it. They're like, yeah, she's
Yeah.
hot.
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone can text
What
and
do I need?
have a good game, like when they're not face to face, but you get face to face and you're like, hey, what's your name? And they're like, I'm.
Oh, really? I don't need
And
that.
Carmin is not the average girl you meet on these apps. Like she'll talk to you if you're not talking, if you're shy. She'll carry conversation. A lot of these girls will just sit there and stare at you.
And look at you, and then if there's no conversation, then they take it out, and then it's selfie time, and it's they're just taking pictures of everything because there's not a
If
conversation
I'm with a girl
happening.
and she's texting and taking pictures of stuff, I'm like, all
That's-
right.
You see a
Yeah.
lot, you see a lot of that.
And then she's going to take a picture of you and then put it on her social media and say, this was the worst date I've ever had with this guy, and then tag you. Yeah.
And
Oh, then I'm going to fight back.
Yeah, that's a
And
new
be
world.
like, I got to be honest with you, I could smell her from across the table.
Or the ones that have the video of them walking out because they just wanted a free meal.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not
Guys
even
were doing
opposed to that. I'm not even opposed to hang out with a girl. You want a free meal? All right, let's go hang out and have a
Yeah,
good
if you
fun
know in
night.
advance, not
Yeah.
if you do a dinner and she eats and stuff, and then he goes, I have to go to the bathroom, and then just splits.
Yeah.
she
That's
goes-
what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what they're
That's what
doing.
happens.
They're like,
That's
I just
bad.
went out with this nerd because I wanted a free meal, and then she's like, I'm out of here.
There was a guy who was doing it to girls.
Yeah.
He would run up like a $500 tab and just leave them there. He did it to like 5 or 6 women. They eventually arrested him.
Do you ever
Why?
See, you ever see the girl? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh,
Well, I guess there was no idea that she was
false
paying.
pretenses.
Yeah, but
basically.
also you're expecting her to pay the bill. You weren't on a date, probably not.
Right.
Did you ever see the girl that recapped the video? She did a video recap of her date where she said, she goes, yeah, and I get it. She goes, I understand that I'm the problem here or whatever. That she went on a date with a guy and he came to pick her up and then she had to drive. And then they were going to go to dinner, and he said, go to the Taco Bell. And they went to Taco Bell, and he ordered 100 tacos. And then he didn't have any money, and she goes, so am I paying for this? And he's like, yeah. And she goes, I understand. These are all red flags. She goes, but I continued. It was great.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm glad I didn't have to find a wife that way. But so if
Yeah.
you want a margarita, we got margaritas.
Yeah.
No. Self one margarita. I'd love to get all the girls drunk. It'd be great.
One margarita going to put the plates in the wrong place.
Thank you, Soph. Soph brought me coffee. She's the best.
You want some tequila in there?
No.
Put some of the chocolate salt
to-
tequila
I
in
need
there.
to sober up a little bit over there.
Delicious.
What do you got sober up for?
Do you know I don't
Yeah.
drink in the house during the week?
Why?
Because the other
You don't want
day,
to fall down the stairs again?
the other day I poured a little whiskey into a cup, and my wife's like, "Are you drinking?"
No.
And I went, "Oh,
She's shaming
Jesus."
you.
Then I put it. I sat down, and my son walked in. He goes, "Are you having a drink?" And I went, "All right, well, everybody gonna watch everything I do in this house?"
Well, if you don't normally do it, that's a big just
I almost
disruption.
wanted to be like, "Listen, I'm hiding it from you guys.
I've been drinking in the
You just
bathroom.
cost me.
God damn, is this America?
Judgment-free zone.
Closet whiskey, closet pizza, whatever.
The same guy who handed it to my son. I go, "Taste this. It's good." Anyway, peanut butter. I said, "Yes."
You know where you can have a drink anytime you want? Whore Island.
That's right.
No judgment.
Where
That's right.
everybody knows your name is really Greg. All right, let's take a break and come back and play a game. Have we played Whose Tweet Is It this week?
We have not.
think so.
You want
let's
to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do that, being that it's Ego Week on
Yes.
the station.
Oh.
We'll find out which member of the show, the station, has the biggest ego in tweets. Yeah, we'll do that when we come back. And then I want to invite you to check us out on Instagram at the Mike Calta Show. We are there with new videos that I put up today. There's a bunch of stuff in our story section, reels, all that. You might catch a sexy video of Joe walking over the week. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. All right, we'll take a quick break and we'll play Whose Tweet Is It when we come back. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone.
You're listening to
It is 9:13 on the Mike Calta Show. This is Jesse Dupois, and Brian Johnson from ACC. If you wanted to see a picture of them and a very young Mike Calta, you can do that at our Instagram at the Mike Calta Show.
So you know that Power Trip Festival is going to be happening out in California. Everybody's dropping out of it because Ozzy dropped out, and then they got Judas Priest to cover, and then now Pantera dropped out of it.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then I saw Guns N' Roses just canceled a show somewhere else, and yeah, people are canceling.
Vaccine. Yeah, I found a bunch of old pictures yesterday, including a picture of me with these guys from Livestock years ago, and then there was a picture of me and Coach Prime. Did you see that, Gio?
I did.
Deion Sanders, who...
He does not age.
He does not age.
He looks exactly the same.
He does not age, and has always been very funny off the air. Like, on the air, he's like a showman, but off the air, he's very funny. And you're seeing a lot of that now in his press conferences. But there's the picture of he and I. What's most amazing about that is that I look like a special needs adult in the picture. I was just like a goofy 20-something-year-old, like, Deion, he's on the Super Bowl. And but also, if you ever wonder what my eyeballs look like, you could see them in the picture.
Oh.
Yeah. This is before butthole eyes.
Was that your Make-A-Wish?
That was my Make-A-Wish to meet Deion. That was the day after the Super Bowl.
Really?
He had to go to do a Disney thing, like, I'm going to Disney World, and then came to the radio station.
That's pretty cool.
That was great. I didn't really care at the time because I wasn't that much of a sports guy, but I certainly cared about Deion. Like, he was a two-sport athlete. I mean, he was pretty amazing. They highlighted that kick. I think I might have reposted it on Instagram, where he was the kickoff, the return guy, and he ran it up to probably about the 15-yard line, ran backwards, ran around the group, and ran it in for a touchdown. I mean, he really was an amazing athlete. A two-way, two-sport athlete. That's the last time you've not seen that. You've not seen a two-way athlete in a long time, an offense and defense guy.
Yeah, what he's doing in Colorado right now.
You tell Carmen's been drinking. She's like,
Two-way.
both ways, Carmen. You know, it's like, yeah, I don't care anything about college football, but I do look to see if he won. Like, I'm waiting for him to lose.
They had one of the biggest audiences for a nighttime game on ESPN ever.
You bring The Rock out. You bring Lil Wayne out. You bring, all that stuff. You got Warren Sapp out there. That's going to be interesting. I should know more about Sapp's coaching future, hopefully, by Monday.
It's crazy that he was so close to taking the job at USF.
I know.
How he's brought so many eyes on the Colorado, that city is making tons of money now and stuff.
I wonder why. I wonder what the difference was between Colorado and Tampa.
I had read that he wanted like full control, and they didn't want to give him that.
Well, boy, were they wrong.
Where Colorado said, we'll give you whatever you want.
Yeah, I mean, that would have made sense because he's got, I think his mom lives here.
Yeah.
He likes to fish.
And I think Colorado's facilities are a little bit better right now, whereas USF they're building towards that still. And then you're also in a state where you're competing against Florida, Miami, Florida State for kids.
Do you know when he played here for the Reds in spring training, I think he got arrested for fishing on private property. Like most athletes get arrested for rape or murder or hurting people. He was fishing in an area he wasn't supposed to be in. He's a big fisherman, and he used to fish with those Nike gloves on. It's hilarious. All right, Galvin, we have things to give away.
Yeah.
Can we do that? Can we play a little Whose Tweet Is It?
Let's do it.
Carmen, what's your margarita count? Just point to the part where we can put it. In your ears?
Yeah.
In your ears? Wow. I don't know what that means.
Man.
Good luck,
That's
Chad.
Chad's favorite spot.
I know.
All
The
right.
conclusion. Yeah.
The belly button?
Hot.
Will you guys video that one time?
Putting the oil in it.
I mean, that we could see it.
Wait.
I know Chad's got videos. Chad, listen to me.
Yeah.
Chad, send me one of those videos. I won't tell anybody, and I will just say, he was trading me a Pokemon. He sent me the wrong thing.
I don't know. Listen, no. Chad.
Carmen, is it okay if Chad sends me one?
Chad doesn't have any.
He does.
I can, unless he did it secretly.
Oh. Do you have it?
He did.
No,
He told
I
me.
did not. I'm telling. We have not done that. We are very in the moment with
You've
each
not
other.
videotaped yourself?
No.
You haven't done that?
By the
No.
way, videotaped from our video guy.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's see
I
your
have
videos.
not. I have not done that. I don't want to see my own action.
Yeah, no.
I know somebody that's got some videos.
Oh.
Sugar pants or Spanish?
I don't want to say.
Zoe.
Sugar Spanish.
Nobody's talking. Don't talk.
Peppity pep pep.
It's me. I've got
Yeah.
videos.
Was it rum chata?
I believe in your family, Gio, that your wife wants more of the sex than you do.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Why don't you borrow some of Galvin's juice?
Yeah.
I'll juice you up, man.
Galvin put on Slayer and stab you.
How'd you reach that conclusion?
I don't know. I was taking a shot in the dark and it worked.
because Gio always talks about hitting his wife.
Oh my God!
I
He
would
was
never.
hitting her.
He does
Frying
say
yells
that.
at her.
Throwing your
No.
shrimp out the window.
Eating pizza in the closet because you don't want to sit at the table with your family.
I would never hit my wife again.
These are jokes, people. These are jokes.
All jokes. All jokes.
Yeah, I like my wife. If it was up to me, we do it more, but I'm sick of chasing it. I'm like, I'm good, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at her about it. Like if I could talk her into it, but I don't want to talk her into it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still happy with my return rate to asking ratio.
You
That is
don't,
pretty
you don't
good.
want
How
all
often?
right.
Like once a week, twice a month.
It depends. It varies
Yeah,
because
but what's the
sometimes it can be
average?
3 times in a week and then not for another 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's an hour upon urge. You know what I mean? Like it's not like, hey, we're not in that couple range where like if we feel like if we don't do it, we're not a good couple. That
Right.
goes through a lot of people's heads. We don't have that.
Oh, that ends early.
Yeah, but there is still my wife still likes a surprise. Oh, speaking of the devil, Chad. I asked for videos and Chad
What is
showed up.
You got to give us your phone.
That's like Beetlejuice.
How long have you guys been dating, Carmen?
Almost 3 years.
Yeah, so you're still doing it a lot. Well, 3 years. No, maybe not.
It slowed down, but
Yeah.
also he got really into this whole like
Thing
holistic.
with his friends.
The Tarkov
dudes.
And
thing?
Tarkov.
Parking off.
But he got into this like holistic guy who like teaches you, and one of the things is holding that back.
Right.
Yeah.
Maintaining
Is-
your chi.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
Save your
help-
energy.
About it.
is helpful. So there was some time, but I will say after that time it was
It's much better, right?
Holy moly! I gotta tell every guy, try that.
That's
Don't
right.
you can't touch yourself.
Right, right.
You could
Can't
Let
do
you
it.
know
Joe's
nothing.
celebrating himself for Chad's accomplishments.
I'm not celebrating myself. You're not in this conversation. You've been married
You
for
don't
too
know,
long.
yeah.
You got nothing.
You hit your wife. No, wait. Just
Don't be
kidding. I'm
putting
just
that out
kidding.
there.
I'm just
I mean-
That was one time.
I would
Oh.
never. I'm just joking because it's
Jeez.
not true. So Carmen, I was watching a priest of all people talk about it, and he was like, "It's not that we're prudes. We don't say don't watch porn and don't do that stuff because if you're in a relationship, you should save it for when you guys do
Right.
it this way. You watch a bunch of porn, you watch all this stuff. Then when you see your wife naked, you're like, just another naked body. You're not a big, and that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I
My wife
disagree with
always
that.
says if she was like super slutty and wanted it all the time, that I'd just be sick of it by now. And I'm like, oh, that might be true too.
Yeah. And you see stuff on porn, and this is really true for the younger generation. They start watching porn at such a younger
Margarita.
They start watching porn so young that they expect this
Right.
crazy sexual experience, and then they get with an average woman or an average girl or an average guy, and they try to do something like that, and they're like, hey, no,
Yeah.
that's not how it works in the real world. So the expectations are so high, and even when you get older, you still watch porn and you still have that mentality, and that's what you think sex is going to be like, and you get to it and it's just average, and it's almost it's almost disappointing. So when you take that out of
my
your-
wife's probably disappointed, but I love it.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you take that out of your life, if you take the porn out of your life, then when you actually go and have that encounter for yourself, it's much more of an experience
Yeah.
than
I'll
just
give you
a
that.
letdown.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Boy, high school sex wasn't good in the beginning.
No one's good at sex.
Well, there
Until
were a couple of
late-
really slutty girls
Yeah.
that were really good at it. But I remember the first couple of times I was like, I don't think I'm ever gonna get better. This is
Yeah.
awful.
I
It's a
got to
good
tell
30-second
you,
time rate.
I got in with some wild ones young, man. I got in with some experienced girls when I was young because I
girls.
dated
showed you
some
the ropes.
girls that were a few years older than me, and so yeah, I was pretty wild. One girl did one thing, and I was so amazed.
What part?
So it was
Around the corner, fudge
if
is made.
she's the girl and I was here and she did this and then did that, like
Oh.
at the
Well,
like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, and I went, "What? Are you kidding me? Like you knew?
Three margaritas.
Oh, it was wild. I was like, that is unbelievable."
Oh, that's gonna take me 10.
Well,
Well, where are we at?
you're halfway there.
Yeah.
What are we up to for Chad's sake? 4 margaritas?
Oh, he can have what he wants.
Oh.
That's 1 margarita. He gets whatever.
Can we watch it?
No, wait.
I honestly don't know if I could go through that. I don't mind watching porn and dudes and porn with girls. That doesn't bother me. But if you and Chad would do it here, I'd be like, I can't see this.
And listen, the good thing about it is you guys don't have to worry about it being a video.
You talk perfectly straight.
It's a burn on you, John.
It took me a second, but
Yeah, live sex shows are weird. It's not what you think.
It's not all it's cracked
Oh,
up to
shut
be.
up.
It's not, dude. I'm telling you.
no, I mean, I've seen some weird stuff live, like where inappropriate spots, like swinger clubs and things like that. But not
There's no real
Carmen and
random
Chad start
breaking
doing it,
out.
yeah.
Not like personal knowledge of the person.
Well,
I mean,
have you ever seen the videos of like the people who are in the beach or the pool and they're acting
yeah.
and they're just like hugging and they think that no one knows what they're
What's really
doing?
going on? Yeah.
Like,
Wasn't the one where it was like the bar underneath and they had windows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody in
It's
the
a see-through
restaurant.
pool.
Yeah.
It was a see-through glass pool.
Yeah, and they're like getting it on, and everybody can see them underneath. They had no idea.
Not mad at that. Yeah. All right, listen to me. I know we have to play this game, but we got too long-winded talking about Carmen's sexcapades. So let's take a break. When we come back, we'll jump right into whose tweet is it. We'll do it next. It's a Mike Calta show. This is 102.5 The Bone. It is 9:39 on the Mike Calta show. It's 102.5 The Bone Spanish. We give Carmen Gio's mic so I can shut this bad mic off.
I've learned all my lessons before now. Born to be down.
Alessi Bakery
I think you're
celebrating their 111th birthday.
Wow.
Jesus. That's a good run. I love that place. I really do. For food, so I went there to pick up a cake one time, and it was like around lunchtime, and they have a food side, and I went to the food side and I got a roast pork sandwich.
Cachada.
I'm the only one who doesn't like this cachada. I got a roast pork sandwich, and then I went back the next day to pick up the cake that I ordered, and I said to the guy when I go, hey, I was in here yesterday, and I got a pork sandwich, and he looked at me like, yeah, like what's the problem? And I go, that's the best goddamn pork sandwich I ever had in my life. He was like, oh, thank you. I go, if you got to realize how moved you have to be by food to go thank somebody for making it. You know what I mean? It's really good. Anyway, we got stuff to give away. Hey, Dizzle, you there?
Yes, sir.
Are you going to play this with us? Because Gio had to leave early.
He can't.
Oh, he can't.
Yeah,
Why?
because I already pulled a bunch of his tweets.
Oh, yeah. You're out, Dizzy. Sorry.
Sorry, Dizzy. If I would have known
Joe?
before,
Yeah.
I would have been able to do
What?
that.
Sorry, buddy.
That's okay. The ego on these guys.
All right.
Joe could play.
Joe, you want to play?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, good.
All right.
All right, we're going to play around to whose tweet is it and give away some tickets, including spots to the tailgate, which I think, according to Mike Olivero, have been the request was so much they had to pull the link down.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah. So every time Melanie tells me, make sure you push the tailgate, she's a big fat liar. I'm sorry, not fat. I didn't mean fat. You know what I mean?
All right.
She's gorgeous.
She is very nice.
Somebody going to say
Very
something?
lovely.
Everything okay?
I emailed him
we're
the
good.
opener, so
Yeah,
we
we got it. You know,
All right,
you know.
let's do it. Here we go. A little bit of whose tweet is it right here on the Mike Calta Show.
Let the tweeting begin! It's time to play Whose Tweet Is It Anyway? On the Mike Calta Show.
I had no doubt that Dizzy would get it right. These guys were very nervous.
we weren't
Yeah.
nervous.
We both were like, oh my God, what's that?
No,
Really wasn't.
we're a well-oiled machine.
Seemed like there
Michael.
was a problem. Seemed like there was
We
a
got
problem.
it.
All right, here we go. I'm going to read a tweet from somebody who is on the Bone on air staff. You guys try and figure it out. First one to get to 3 wins a prize for somebody on the phone lines. First tweet has a retweet. It is a video of a lady on a treadmill in a gym where she falls on the treadmill and then her pants fall down around her ankles. And it says, this is the definition of it could be worse. Whose tweet is that? Whose tweet is that? Have you seen this
Done.
video, by the way?
Done.
It's hilarious. Spanish is done. Carmen's done.
Done.
Pap's done. This is the definition of it could be worse.
Done.
Mike Kelta's done. Carmen, I'm going to start with you. Whose tweet is that?
I was in doubt. I will kunst it out.
You will Kunst it out. Spanish, who you got?
I also will kunst it out.
Pap, what do you think?
I thought that was Mike Olivero.
And Mike Kelta, who you got?
I went Kunzi too.
So we got 3 for Will Kuntz, 1 for Mike Olivero. Nobody's getting a point on that one. That was actually my tweet.
I thought about that
I
Damn it.
threw it in from me
too.
there.
You faked me out when you were like, "Did you see this video? It's pretty funny."
It is. It was very funny. I liked it. All right, here we go. Your next tweet says, I wouldn't watch #The Masked Singer if there was a government mandate. I wouldn't watch The Masked Singer if there was a government mandate.
Done.
Carmen's done.
Somebody with a huge ego.
Done.
Pep's done. Take your time.
Done.
I love
Spanish
that
is
show. I
done.
love and hate that show at the same time.
Sure, yeah.
Oh,
I
it
see
is
that.
the worst.
But having real singers on there now.
Yeah.
So remember we were talking about the new season was starting, and I said they were singing Heart, and whoever was singing, I was like, that's pretty good. I don't know whether it was her, but I saw that Demi
Yeah.
Lovato was on
Right.
there,
Oh,
and she's a
yeah.
great singer.
Yeah, she is.
So she was probably the one that was singing Heart. I don't know for sure, though. I didn't see.
I am done.
All right. Mike, I'm going to start with you. Whose tweet is that?
I went Javier Poussoir.
JP there. Pap, who you got?
I got Mo.
You said that's Mo. Spanish, what do you think?
I also went racist tweet, racist Mo.
You said that's, I don't know. It's racist, but
Anti-government.
all
Very
right.
anti-government.
Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. Carmen, what do you think?
Loves himself, loves #. That is Mo.
Not ego.
I will tell you that this person, I don't even think was brought up in the ego discussion. What? It was Johnny B.
Oh.
Johnny
No
B.
ego on Johnny B.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Johnny B is not trying to tell you that he could fill a room for
Just
an
a good
hour
guy.
and be
Yeah.
funny.
Just a good guy.
Just bed sores.
Keeping his head down, working hard.
Beaties.
Oh, go to that room.
BDs.
All right, your next one has a picture of a chicken sandwich, and it says the new honey pepper pimento chicken. I'm sorry, the new honey pepper pimento sandwich effing slaps, but this person spelled out that word. I can't say it. Then it has 2 laughing face emojis and 2 clapping hands emojis.
Done.
Carmen's done.
Done.
Pep's done.
Done.
Spanish is done.
Done.
Mike's done. Pep, I'm going to start with you. Whose tweet is that?
I think that's our man Dizzle.
You say that's Dizzy.
Yeah.
All right. Spanish, what do you think?
I also went with chicken loving Dizzy.
Oh, he loves the chicken, huh?
does, yeah.
All right. I didn't know. Okay. Carmen, who you got?
He has a whole Instagram about sandwiches. That is Brett.
Oh, interesting. All
Sandwich
right.
Bros.
Okay.
Huh?
Sandwich.
And Mike Calta, who you got?
I don't think Brett's going to say it slaps. I don't think he's cool enough. I went the egomaniac John Senning.
You said that's John Senning. Pep, in Spanish, you're the same. You got it right. That is Dizzy. That is Dizzy. That looks good. I got to tell you.
I do like chicken, by the
Yeah.
way.
I know.
All right.
We talked about
We
it.
heard it slaps.
I know your body, Dizzy.
I know for
No.
your birthday now. By the way, Dizzy, I saw a picture of you the other day. What happened to the goddamn headphones I bought you?
Oh, those fell apart a while.
Oh.
Yeah.
What are you people doing with these
Yeah,
headphones? These
they-
are the headphones. These are the ones that I bought them.
Aw.
I think it's because I put in my bag a lot, and then I'll throw like Gatorades in there. Yeah,
Oh,
careless.
well.
It's me. It's
All
me.
right.
He doesn't put
So
them in
you-
the case. He wraps the cord
No
around
respect.
them.
You're not
Yeah,
taking
no
it
respect for
seriously.
my
Yeah.
present.
And then I
Okay.
drag it to my car. Let it
Yeah.
follow behind me.
Why did you buy Dizzy a present?
Because he had terrible headphones. He was wearing like guest headphones, and one was falling off. And I go, Dizzy. I go, you need headphones? Here's some headphones. I bought him some because they're not expensive headphones, and Dizzy's a good guy.
Are you trying to tell me you saw Dizzy needed new headphones and you bought him new headphones and you walk dogs on the weekends? Who are you?
Are you
Who
humanitarian?
are you?
He's making up for something.
840 testosterone. 840 testosterone.
Uh-huh.
This has a
And you have good boner.
this has a picture of a guy who has a sleeveless shirt on. Looks like a cut on his arm. Looks like John Daly. He's got a big beard and stuff.
Not me.
And I believe that this is from some sort of Halloween Horror Nights or, one of those things. So it's a picture of him, and it says, the tweet is, looks like a normal bone event.
I'm good.
Done.
All right. Are you good or are you done?
Done. Sorry.
Okay. Carmen's done. Mike's done. Spanish is done.
Done.
Pep's done.
I was done for
All right. Mike, I'll start with you.
Although no ego, but very much an elitist. I went Kunze, Will Kuntz.
You say that's Will Kuntz. Pep, who you got?
I got John Senning.
You say John Senning. Carmen, what do you think?
No ego. Great at his job. That is Corey Cardinal.
Interesting. All right. And Spanish, what do you think?
I went with one tall man, Corey Cardinal.
You said
Cheater.
Corey Cardinal?
How am I cheating?
You just like when you steal Ian's answers.
I steal
Did
Ian's
he-
answers
no
fair and
integrity.
square.
Did he have it written down?
Yeah.
Yeah, after I did.
Well, cover your
I
answers.
did.
Cover your answers.
I did.
I don't know what to tell you.
Everything can't be my fault.
Well, Spanish, good job on cheating.
Thank
you got
you.
it right. That is Corey Cardinal.
I got it
Carmen.
right.
Yeah, I know you got it right too. Relax, everybody.
None right.
You are correct. Mike has 0. Spanish has 2. Carmen and Pap are the same. They both have 1. All right, here we go. Your next tweet. Let's see if Spanish could win it all right here. Spanish is good at this game, I got to tell you. This has a picture of a like one of those casserole dishes, the Corningware casserole dish, and it's a retweet, and it says, "Nothing was hotter on earth," and then it has a fire emoji.
Done.
Mike's done. Spanish is done.
Done.
Pap's done. Carmen's done. All right. Pap, I'll start with you. Whose tweet is that?
He likes to cook stuff. That's Spike.
You said Spike, or as Dizzy calls him, Greg.
Yep.
Mike Calta gets some points on the board. Who you got?
I did not pick that Greg. I picked another Greg. I said that was Galvin.
You say that's me.
Yeah.
Spanish, or I'm sorry, Carmen. Who you got?
That is Casserole Coons.
Casserole Coons. Spanish, you could win it all right here. FTW. Who you got?
I went with not allowed to talk Monica.
Mike Calta gets a point. There was nothing.
I'm back, baby.
There was nothing hotter than those casserole dishes. Oh, they would burn right through a.
I felt it.
oven
I felt when you said it. I felt it.
This next one has a picture of the guy in the Jets hat and shirt, and he's giving the finger, and it says, "Anyone else think this is Aaron Rodgers with a fake beard giving Zach Wilson the finger from the stands?" Whose tweet is that?
Done.
Made Mike chuckle. Carmen is done. Pap's done.
Done.
Mike Helta's done. Take your time, Giggles.
Why are you looking at her paper?
Yeah.
She's looking at my paper.
Yeah, because I already have it written down. I'm making sure you're not cheating.
I have it written down.
I have it written.
Covered
One
up.
margarita, I'm gonna put it on my paper.
I gotta tell you, it hurts my belly.
Oh, don't poop in my house.
I have to.
Do it out by Ralphie. Are you done, Spanish?
Yes.
All right. Mike Kelta. Let's see if we can tie this up here. Everybody has 1. Spanish has 2. Mike Kelta, who you got?
It was sports. I went John Abitas.
You say Johnny B. Pap, what do you think?
Bills fan Monica.
You say that's Monica talking about the Jets. She's the Bills fan. I don't know how your
I don't
logic
know.
works, but
Yeah,
all right.
well, there it is.
Carmen, what do you think?
Sporty Johnny.
You say that's Johnny B or John Senning?
Johnny B.
Johnny B. And Spanish, you could win it all right here.
I copied off of Carmen. No, I went with Corey Cardinal.
You say Corey
Yeah.
Cardinal. I say no points.
Damn it.
That was Brett. That was Brett.
That was Brett.
Not talking about sandwiches, talking about the
Who is
Jets.
Brett?
Who is Brett?
I'm kidding.
That was Brett. All right, let's see. What else
Hey,
do we
Brett.
have?
He doesn't like you either.
Well,
Shut your mouth.
I'm telling you, he doesn't
a
like
fake
you.
fan.
Shut your
No,
mouth.
he doesn't. He gets
Without me, he
loves
doesn't have a
him.
job.
I know, but I'm just saying, every time he makes fun of you, it gets
Ego.
more and more aggressive. Yeah.
Ego, by the way. Without me, he doesn't have a
Without
job.
me, his whole existence relies on me.
they say imitation is the highest form of flattery,
I
Michael.
don't like. You say flattery?
Flattery.
Oh, that's not
Michael
what he said.
Flattery. This has a GIF of Homer Simpson, and he's doing the little pee dance, and it says, "I gotta pee." And the tweet is, at what age did we stop just grabbing our crotch when we have to pee really bad? Can we bring that back or nah?
Done.
Carmen's done.
Done.
Mike's done. I feel like it's so quiet. The air
I know.
conditioner's
That's,
off.
the air conditioner's on when that mic doesn't suck.
Oh. Carmen's done. Mike's done.
Done.
Don't
Spanish
look
is
at our
done.
papers.
Pap's
Spanish.
done.
Can't help it now.
Carmen, see if you can tie it up right here. Who you got?
That sounded like Dizzy.
You said it's Dizzy. All right. Pap, what do you think?
I'm going with Spike.
Going with Greg off the mic.
Yep.
Mike Kelta,
I too went with Dizzy.
you say Dizzy. Spanish. How many times do I have to say it? You can win it all right here. Who you got?
Carmen copied me. I went with Dizzy.
You said Dizzy.
Check his paper. Check his paper.
Yeah. She copied me.
He copied me.
I say, for the love of God, no points.
Oh my God.
Who was that?
That was Monica.
That was Monica?
That was Monica.
Monica
she
says
can't
nah?
grab that.
That was
Yeah.
Monica. All right, your next tweet. So, ... The hashtag New York Giants are pretty bad, huh? So, the New York Giants are pretty bad, huh? That's the tweet.
Done.
Carmen's done.
Mhm.
Somebody do something.
Done.
Done.
What? Spanish done. Pap's done.
He watched my pen.
Let me
this
see your
time.
Oh my God!
He's a cheater.
I have to separate you two.
Eating,
I
man.
don't know what she's talking about.
Stop looking at my stuff.
Done.
All right, Mike Kelta's done. All right, here we go. Mike Kelta, who you got?
Home of Roger and JP. I say that was JP.
You say it's JP. Yeah, so then Giants
Giants suck,
pretty
yeah.
bad, huh? Carmen, who you got?
That is Casserole Kuntz.
It's Casserole Coons. Pap, what do you think?
Johnny Beatties.
You say it's Johnny B. And Spanish, for the love of God. You could win it all right here.
That is Monica.
You say it's Monica.
Yeah.
I say, well, Pap just tied it up. That was Johnny B. Oh, man.
Damn it! Why didn't I stick to the rules?
Oh, here we go. All right, so now Carmen and Mike both have one. Pap and Spanish both have two.
Garbage.
All right, this next tweet says, I just took a Battle of the Sexes quiz, and I got more of the guy questions right than the girl questions. And then it has like a shock-faced emoji.
Done.
Carmen's done.
Done.
Mike Kelta's done.
Done.
Spanish and Pap are done. Carmen, who you got?
Monica.
You say that's Monica. Mike Kelta, what do you think?
It's the only girl, Monica.
Hmm?
Wait.
I didn't say it was a girl.
Yeah, well, the thing. Oh,
I'm just letting you know. I did not say that was a girl. Mike Kelta says Monica. Spanish.
That is Monica.
You've had 15 tries to get it right. You could win it all. You say it's Monica.
I do, yeah.
Pap,
Yeah.
you could snatch the victory
oh
right
my God!
here.
Snatch it.
Who you got?
Monica.
You said Monica.
Try to snatch it.
Everybody said Monica. Everybody's right. Pap and Spanish are tied.
Sudden death.
One last question,
Yeah.
because good Lord,
Carmen and I
let's
are out?
this be
Yeah.
over.
We're
Yes.
playing.
Yeah. No,
We could
you're
tie
out.
it.
No, you're out. You're out. You're out.
Let's
Anyone's
go get a
game.
drink, Carmen.
This has a video. It's from the Old Navy commercial, and it has that redhead that was in American Pie. She was in
The
what is her
flute,
name?
the flute nerd.
Michelle.
No,
Obama.
No,
Oh, that
no,
one
not
time at
Michelle.
band camp
The other
chick?
one, Fiona. What's her name?
No, it was the one that was dying.
The lesbian,
Yeah.
the redhead
She's
from
lesbian.
American Pie. She was a lesbian in the American Pie.
Yes.
Oh,
That one, the one that was dying, and then she came back to life. The one that was down and out in Beverly Hills. No.
Yes, she was in Down and Out in Beverly Hills.
No.
sorry, my internet is not.
No, I got to think of it. She was in Orange Is the New Black.
I mean, you don't
Yeah.
need to know her name. I'm just saying.
I know,
do you
but
know
I
who the
want it.
girl is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Big curly hair.
Yeah.
I don't know about big curly hair.
Yeah, she
yeah,
does
she had curly hair.
because Russian doll.
Yes,
Yeah.
Russian doll. Natasha Leone.
Yes.
There we go. What did I say?
You said.
Nailed it.
Shirley Q. Liquor.
All right. Well, anyways, it's the Old Navy ad that she's in.
Okay.
Okay. So that's the video. And then the tweet is, without a doubt, the most annoying, all capital letters, spokesperson on TV. I mean, why? Without a doubt, the most annoying spokesperson on TV.
Done.
I mean, why? Mike Kelta's out and Carmen is out. This is between Spanish and Pap. Pap could snatch the victory from the jaws of defeat.
First time player.
Done.
Not first time.
Well,
First time, last time.
All right, they're both done. Spanish, I'm going to start with you. You could win it all right here. It could be glorious. Who you got?
Galvin, that tweet made me chuckle, and for those reasons, I said it was you.
You say that's me. All right. Pap. Here we go. FDW. Who you got?
I went with Mo, the very talented and non-egotistical Mo.
Garbage.
Spanish is shaking his head
Yeah.
as if to wave away the
No
the
way.
baseball
Shake it off.
call.
No way.
You can shake it off if you want.
Pap just won the game. You had so many chances. You're the worst.
Get your own ride home, you piece of trash.
That's not fair.
Oh,
I'll
sorry,
kick you out
you're
of the
right.
house.
You're
I mean,
right.
I'm
Papa,
just
pick a
kidding.
line. Pick a
It's
line.
Galvin's house.
All right. Line 3, please.
All right,
Then he picks your line.
there you go. Wow. Well, looking right at you. Here, we're done.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, we're
Right,
done for
yeah.
the
I
day.
believe so, yeah.
Don't forget to check out my friends at Superheat and Air. If you need an AC for your home, you can call them today, or you can simply go online at superheatandair.com. Whether you need emergency service diagnostic, you got a problem, you need them to come on out there, they'll do that for $68. It's on sale right now. It's normally $100. Or you need a 35-point AC maintenance special where they come out there and clean it up and get you ready. That's only $89 as opposed to $129. You can go to superheatandair.com and find all this information on there. And, of course, if you need a new unit, you get no interest and no payments for 18 months. Superheatandair.com, the company that put the AC in my home, my family, a lot of our listeners. They are there for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they've got a great special right now. Get a new AC unit put in, no interest, no payments for 18 months. No reason to be sleeping without the AC on. Galvin, thank you for the margaritas.
Got it. Yeah. Enjoy.
Carmen, great to have you here.
Thank you. Fun to be here.
Thank you all for the nice birthday gifts this week. That was very cool, including the margarita maker.
Oh, yeah.
That's it, man. Anything else? Check us out on Instagram at the Mike Calta Show. Check us out Monday. We'll be at the Tailgate. Ian Beckles has his football show on Saturday. And then I'll be in stupid Dallas this weekend.
Are we live Monday?
Yeah, we work here.
You sure?
You want to take a day off?
We could use it.
I mean, it's cool. You just let Dizzy know and have him cover the shift, and he'll eventually just squeeze you out of a job.
Oh.
Dizzy?
Just Dizzy and a wig.
Listen, Dizzy Monday. You're there.
Oh, wouldn't that be good? Give Carmen off and give Dizzy Mondays.
Yeah.
This way you get the extra.
Listen, I'm in.
All right. I like that,
I don't
too.
care. I don't want to work.
Dizzy Blonde stays home. Dizzy Blonde stays home. The original Dizzy comes in.
Oh, one Dizzy out, one Dizzy in.
Yeah.
I am going to do the first Calta and Kelly in a long time coming up at 11 o'clock today. You can go to YouTube, search Calta and Kelly. It is free, and you can watch us live or you can watch it later. Whatever you want to do. Have a great weekend. Have a lot of fun. Go Bucks. We'll see you guys bright and early Monday morning. Goodbye.